Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the season finale of Falskallan Nights. Welcome to Dire Bear. I am your host, the Bard with No Name. We have a great night ahead of you, but before we get to it, let's get to announcements. So with that, we're going to go to Tom. So, off you go.
Well, thank you, JT, and thank you, adventurers, for once again joining us in Falscala. I'd also like to throw a particular thank you out to Charminar for hopping right into the chat and not hitting us with a no cursing. That's very generous of you. As you can tell by looking at how prettied up we all are, our cute crew of Chaos Gremlins, good lord, is heading to a grand to-do at the mansion of Lord Baltrus for our season finale this evening. Been a bit of a party run, but I think the festivities we got going in the barracks at Solnes last week might be a little more fun than this one. Intrigue and, well, potential weirdness await us. You never know with Baltrus. Now, how will we be able to navigate an evening of social niceties sans our usual arsenal of offensive weaponry? Well, we've never had a better grasp of our options thanks to our first sponsor, D&D Beyond. Their platform allows us to keep all our campaign info and character sheets in one handy-dandy place. They've got extensive character creation tools, expandable notes sections, and just about every source book you can name. Their spell section also has a comprehensive breakdown of all the spellcasting components you completely forget about every time you sling magic at your enemies. It's okay. The DM forgets too. Now, not so much of a problem when you've got your spellcasting focus out, but, well, let's just say I'm gonna need this like crazy if anyone decides to take Diamondback's loot away tonight. Thank you to D&D Beyond for continuing to sponsor us and our short-term memory loss. Of course, our next sponsor is one you absolutely want to commit to memory. FX May Vary is a genre-hopping, hard rock, and dice-rolling band of magnificent musicians from Newmarket, Ontario, who've recently joined the rarefied air of Dire Bear supporters. They balance toe-tapping tunes with mental health advocacy, and two of their esteemed number are even on one of our D&D shows. You can seek them out on YouTube, Spotify, anywhere that music is streamed. You can also reach out to them on Facebook and Instagram. Their music is designed to be enjoyed by everyone and may promote feelings of happiness, an impulsive desire to move rhythmically, a desire to share with others, and a compulsion to follow the band on social media. As always, individual FX may vary. Of course, those aren't our only sponsors. In fact, if you so choose, our next sponsor could be you, dear viewer. That's right. Dire Bear is on Patreon with a bunch of fun rewards for you to dig into. You get Discord privileges, merch, mentions at the end of our streams, which, on Wednesday nights, means you get your name sung out in a patented Diamondback parody song, and oh boy, the one I have prepared for tonight is glorious. You even have the option to sign up for monthly voice acting lessons with myself if you're someone who's always wanted to give your characters accents, affectations, or sounds that are entirely inhuman. I would love to put my skills as a voiceover and radio professional at your disposal. Hop on over to patreon.com/direbearac and become part of the magic. And while you're at it, why not wear your Dire Bear love on your sleeve? Or your legs? Or all of you hit up the Dire Bear merch store on Streamlabs and find some roaring great merch for all your nerdy needs. We got t-shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got sweatpants, and, well, there's still only the one in existence, but this gives me hope that Daddy Diamondback thongs may one day be mass-produced. Who knows? We're starting something here. We do, however, have tank tops now. The Beyond Alignment line of Pride merch includes the first set of tank tops that allows you to bear arms in the most inclusive way possible. Beyond Alignment is also featured on t-shirts with variants including the non-binary, trans, and BLM Pride colors. They're a great reminder that human rights are a year-round battle and a guaranteed way to scare bigots away from your table. So slap on some highly inclusive geek chic and let them know that nothing attracts bears like Dire Bear. JT, back over to you.
Thank you, Tom. I'm ready for tonight. I'm not ready for tonight. Let's be honest. These guys are going to cause chaos. So with that, let's get into it. Welcome to Falskallan Nights. last time on Falskallan Nights. Y'all still in Solnes. Who's having a drinking party out at the Citadel?
That'd be
Y-
Diamondback.
Yimmer, Diamondback, Spleen, then Halsterian and Howard are at the Emerald Envy trying to get information and obviously getting somewhat nowhere. That being the case, it is still the middle of the night. Well, early into the night. So at that point, I ask, is there any major roleplay you guys want to do before I just start kicking this forward?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Yimmer, would you like to try some mushrooms again? Randomly?
No.
No? You sure?
Yeah.
I would love the reason to be like, I didn't kill a character, he killed himself.
That would be fun. A
That'd
good
be
finale.
It's a season finale. We will be back in the new year. But that being the case, we're going to get into tonight. So, the night ends. Halsterian Howard, I believe you guys would come back to the Citadel, meet up with the rest of Team Them and some of the commando unit that has been more or less resting. At this point, Spleen, Beatrice, Diamondback, Yimmer, Constitution saving throws, please.
Oh dear.
Again?
I'm trying my new set of dice. Yeah.
All right. Oh dear.
Oh no.
Very good.
It ain't a 1, but it ain't much better.
Same.
Still think this should count as poison.
You're not taking damage from it. It's not poison.
Yet.
What is it? 6.
6. Spleen.
17.
17. Beatrice.
10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
And Diamondback.
7.
7. The next morning, most of you guys are feeling pretty good. Diamondback. Buddy.
All right. I'm gonna need everybody to not talk so loudly right now.
What?
Ah, God.
Slap him on the back and hand him another jug of ale. That'll fix it.
I
Have
sincerely
you tried
thought-
throwing up?
Now look, I have maintained for going on about 10 years now a solid record of no matter how drunk I get and everything.
At this point, just chunks of everything that they ate last night just onto the floor. It is not pretty looking.
Apologies for the realism of that sound effect.
Well, it kind of got cut out by the
Oh, amazing.
noise canceling. So, cool. All right. So at that point, Jesus, what did we do? Where did we go?
On an adventure.
On an adventure.
Let's
Hopefully
go do
somewhere
some
I
more
get a
side
full
quests.
night's rest.
Yeah, let's come
Back
on.
to Fate's blessing.
God
No,
To the hospital.
let's go back
You
to
know
the
what? It's been
hospital.
a while since we picked that Lumen
Hospital.
guy, too.
She's like, don't you got I will wrangle you guys.
Is there another sewer nearby?
This sewers and hospitals.
Yay.
Check in at Menistar.
It's been a while since we've been there.
Yeah. I need to go check on my ghost girlfriend. Bye.
Does Bino?
Soon.
Yeah.
That is a water bottle.
I know. Dang.
It's like a
Oh
barrel.
my god.
Well, I gotta get my 8 liters in somehow.
Mhm.
Damn.
And it's entirely full of pickle juice.
Joke's on you, it's vodka and pickle juice.
I stay dehydrated all the time. Let's go.
No
Yeah.
hydration, gang.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting off track here. We're prolonging the
Be
inevitable.
quick, yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys stayed at the Citadel, and it was actually kind of a comfortable sleep. That morning, you basically hear the patrols walking by once every about 10 minutes or so, just kind of doing a basic loop in around the perimeter, and making sure nothing props up unnecessarily. That being the case, you all, I mean, you all know what you need to do, which will be in a week's time, is to head to the party.
Yeah.
But it's at this point you hear a rapping on the door. Just
Whose door?
You'll get it.
I'll go
Who's
open
there?
the door
how do you open the door? I'm-
with a fireball. No,
Oh my god.
I don't have that spell. I just opened the door.
you just at the door you see Alabel.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you guys coming here and help and doing what you're doing and bringing me back. Emerald Envy will definitely need some rest, but I don't think she'll actually follow my direction. That being said, I am heading back to Onver. Was wondering if you wanted to come back with me.
Yeah, we need to head that way anyhow.
Good. That's good. Well, follow me.
Just for posterity, is this same day or a little
Next day.
way down the line?
No,
Like,
this would be
basically-
this is the same day you guys wake up.
Yeah. So I'm still hungover. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is,
I
is
meant
Yimmer
next day
hungover
from
too?
The drinking.
Yeah.
Okay.
uh so you guys grab your things, you say your goodbyes to well, some of the commando unit that's been there and everything else. You head into the teleportation room. And with that, you guys transport. Constitution saving throws, please.
Just gonna say no. Don't load this. Don't load this.
that's
Yeah,
better.
that's about right for
That's-
not
that's
thinking
better.
about it.
We're getting the bad rolls out now.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay, so we're gonna start. Halsterian.
20. No,
Oh.
sorry, 21. Natural
Oh,
20.
look at you! You're actually getting used to this.
Ah.
Beatrice.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Diamondback.
I got the lucky number bookends 13.
Nice. Spleen.
22.
22. Howard.
Howard's brain was not on what they're about to do. 5.
Nice. Yimmer.
4.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
You guys
Moon's got a
apparate
rough
into the antechamber in Castle Onver. The surroundings still very much familiar. You see the 8 different sections of magical tomes and libraries showing all the schools of magic that have been found and wouldn't say perfected, but mastered thoroughly. At this point, Howard, Yimmer. Huh?
Oh, where's the bucket? Where's the bucket? Ah!
Howard just kind of woozily spins for a minute. Or not spins, but like back and forth, trying to regain balance. Oh. Oh.
I'm gonna
Is
tip
that-
him over. Just like push him.
You're gonna cow tip him?
Yeah.
Goose
I just
tipping.
kinda-
It's a new sport.
Yeah,
Yeah,
goose
you have
tipping.
your holding.
Oh my god. Actually, that is not a math problem I don't want to figure out right now.
That reminds
Now I
me, who
kinda
has the
do.
haversack?
At this point, Yimmer and Howard, yeah, you're throwing up.
Mhm.
Oh, hell, just when I thought that sobered me up.
Don't try to calculate arcane equations while you go through a portal. Oh. That was a lot of swirling runes in my head.
Why would you do that?
Oh,
Why
I'm
would
not
you even
awake
think
yet.
when you're going through the portal? That's how I win. I don't think. You
Sure.
just turn it off. And you
I
just go through.
can't sometimes, okay?
Have you tried just humming in your head?
I was
Well, worked for
humming
me.
alongside it. Internally, at least.
Oh. Well, there's that's what's wrong with your brain sometimes, is that you're so smart that you're too smart that you can't just make your brain shut up. That's why I sleep so well.
That's a solid point. That's probably why I keep doing equations in my fucking trance.
Yeah. Yeah. Just shut the fuck up, you know?
I can't. I don't know how.
Sex!
What?
Yeah. That'll do it. That'll put
Or
you
we
to
could
sleep.
just bop you on the back of the head, you know?
That too. Good. Yeah. Good. OB.
I'll pass. And he just starts walking out.
At this point, Alabel's just like, right, I forgot you guys are not used to this. Oh.
Did we have broccoli last night? See little bits of broccoli.
I don't think we did.
I don't remember much about last night.
I think that's actually wool.
Oh, oh yeah, I remember that now. Okay, mystery solved. Anyone have water or something to drink? This is
I've got more ale. She pulls out her flask.
No. No.
I have water
Thank you.
here.
thank you. Just drinks water,
Yep.
spits it out, rinsing his mouth out.
Yeah, you basically just do a rinse at that point.
All right,
Alright.
you heathens, give that back. God. Eating carpet. I hate when that happens. Oh,
Don't you just hate it when you accidentally eat carpet?
yeah.
Sounds like my first undergrad.
What did you do in college?
What didn't I do?
I didn't even bring out the pickles.
Oh.
I should have.
Should have known better.
I definitely should have known better. That being the case, you now basically have a week to get yourselves prepped and prepared. You have a base at the guild hall, and yeah.
Someone other than me is going first.
Helsterion, for one, will be taking 3 baths for every time he was in one sewer.
Basically,
Is
you're
this a
telling me you're gonna
group
just-
activity? We haven't had a group bath in a while.
He will not object if interrupted because he will be busy just
Yeah,
getting the off.
Alsterion takes his bath extra hot just because of the Infernal Legacy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like if you don't feel the heat, you're not getting clean.
That's how I take showers.
Thanks.
All the problems are simply boiled away.
Halsterian, our Disney princess. All right, so Halsterian's doing basically a bath episode. Who's following suit or who's not?
I'm going with.
I'll go with.
Same.
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah.
finding like a hot spring or something?
You're all coming with, sir? Sure. That's,
There are
Yeah.
bathhouses in Ashhorn's Hollow, and I wouldn't trust the ones in Old Town, but
Yeah.
Ashhorns it is.
out in Ashhorn's Hollow. Sweet! All right, we're getting a bath episode in, baby.
That's it for the season.
And that's it. And there was no party. It was all in their heads.
Yeah. As we settle in for a soak, I'm going to say, so Hal, I've only heard snatches about your granddad. What kind of person are we dealing with when it comes to Baltrus?
you will want to mind your manners. He is very... I suppose strict isn't the right word. But he acknowledges an effort put in that regard.
So we should all talk like you while we're there.
Well, if you can, yes. I won't deign to try and train you all on which forks to use first, but at the very
Wait,
least,
There's multiple forks. I thought there was one fork. Even then, like normally I use my hands.
let's start with just having the fork.
Okay.
Use the fork. No slurping the bowl when you're done with the soup.
What?
How do you drink the soup then?
Spoons.
The spoon can get everything when you have like all the little.
Think of it as a small ladle. You like drinking from ladles, do you not?
I just put the bowl in the thing. Just scoop what you want.
That is all well and good, but not in a fancy setting.
Oh God! You
It's
think a
hard-
week is gonna be enough time?
Can I
No.
sleep the whole time?
Maybe.
Can I just do my like eyes open, like falling asleep thing? I think I can teach you that spleen in a week.
Okay. Yeah, I
Close
think
enough.
that would be good. Oh, Yimmer's camera's black.
Not for us.
No?
Not for me, anyway.
On the stream,
On
it's
the
black.
That's
stream?
weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, stream had like a little glitch there for a second.
Yeah, it
Okay.
did. I watched it happen.
Wait, run the technical difficulty screen.
Yay!
No.
Yes,
Woo!
because there's no
Yimmer's
camera
window.
to select. We'll be right back.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we'll be right back, guys.
Yeah.
No.
We're back.
There we go.
You said not to count.
Yeah, no counting. We can't count on that.
Okay.
Good.
So let's turn off the sound of the stream so I'm not getting a feedback loop here. Because let's be honest, I was really enjoying that music.
Yeah, I fixed it. I finally remembered to fix it.
So yeah, you guys are basically in your own individual tubs in this room, all partitioned off by like screens and whatnot. So you're able to have this conversation, but you still have the selection of privacy.
Mhm.
You're in like really beautiful like copper tubs that have just like nicely like hand hammered out and just like very tall, so you sit and you sink in, and it's just like you don't have to worry about trying to like shift or contort your body to try and get a nice like an even heat going on there.
Mhm.
At that point, you guys are having this conversation, and a plate of cucumbers come out.
Ooh, that
Nope.
sounds
Now,
Are
these
these-
screens are these.
Are these screens like fixed, or like just like the foldable, removable ones?
Foldable, removable.
Human knocks is down.
good.
Why?
Well, it won't see everyone.
If
What's
you
the
want,
point?
Yeah, that's a good
Sir.
idea.
So if you want to move them, you can just fold them nicely. You don't need to knock them over.
Okay. Okay, so he gets out of the tub and folds it up.
I'm gonna waddle the bees and get in her tub.
Baby.
Hi.
Are the tubs proportionate? Or like are they all like one size for all
They're-
of them?
There are various sizes.
I have a special sink for
it's
happening
not
for.
one size fits all.
It's
was
just like
like-
we're looking
Just-
over the edge, B and I like, what's up?
What's
I was
going
like,
on? Hi
how-
guys.
How fancy did we go? Are they magical tubs? Do they resize to the person?
If there's
Or
two
pickle.
of us in here, does it get bigger?
You have to attune to the tub.
I was just turning pruny.
My brain is now on like a magical pair of pants, and one person uses one leg and one person uses the other. So
I can't wait to go on break.
That'll be in 4 hours.
I
So you're,
can't wait.
So your grandpapa,
My grandpapa or
oh no,
Yeah,
no.
Oh, okay. I was
This
gonna say-
asshat.
Yeah.
What else should we expect?
The party itself will be grandiose. He is a skilled magic worker. He certainly knows more than I do. He's lived quite a bit longer than I, and studied his magics the whole time. I'm sure you have run to Kareg, his assistant, at least a few times. He is sure to be
Doesn't ring a
there as
bell.
well. Pardon?
Does it ring a bell?
A tall half-orc, shit-eating smile. You'll know him when you see him.
Okay.
All right. Well, and I don't suppose he's planning on hosting any open stage kind of thing for anybody feels like singing.
There is an area in the hall for that. I cannot guarantee whether he, on his whims, will have it opened or not tonight. He does like, because he has the money, he does like to try to employ full symphonies, but not for the entire gala event. So certainly can't hurt to ask, if that is your prerogative.
Yeah, I always figure whatever makes us seem a little more palatable to the crowd.
Hmm.
Because there's probably going to be several extended family members there who I will not remember, and I don't remember, will not remember, cannot remember any of their names, let alone their faces. They might not actually be family, they may simply introduce themselves as family.
Mm.
So,
So I'm already not a fan.
Oh yeah, you're probably not gonna like this spleen.
You just hear B.
But
I'm washing her hair. I mean, what's the goal? Like, what
that's a
are
good
we?
question. He is inviting the colors. And they,
And we're invited too.
well, yeah, because how? But he and the colors don't get along as far as I'm aware.
Why
I don't
not?
really know why, but
it is far in their history. They've butted heads politically more than a few times, but he is hoping, I'm sure, to mend the bridges that he's burned, or they've burned, or both
especially
sometimes.
probably. Well, I feel like he's taking advantage of all the chaos. I say the colors. We've had a lot of loss lately. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, no offense. Your type likes to make deals.
I mean,
offer resources, and support, in
Or
exchange for
something.
something.
that
Yeah.
is how political ties are made.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if that was the case.
Oh, is that what that means?
I mean,
Kind of.
usually, yes. It's basically an agreement. People come to parties both to be entertained and to show off and to right word, schmooze. Schmooze. Make contact,
Schmooze.
take advantage of contacts, put contacts in touch with yet other contacts to make agreements happen, to make other events happen.
Do you think that he's going to take advantage of the colors?
You what?
I don't know. You tell me.
If he's ever had any plans to do anything to the colors, he certainly won't be telling someone like me. He has always kept me at a bit of an arm's length in terms of his political goals, but I mean, he's always doing what he believes is right for either the family or for Falskallan as a whole. Sometimes it's really to help out come on, notes. Work for me instead of my brain. Onver.
I don't like parties. Not because of what you think. It's mostly because a lot of it has been bad luck lately.
Yeah, that's something
Having
happened
all
right
the
now.
colors in one place. Having them there, which we've been making kind of a little bit of a footprint and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It just seems so perfect.
Which does bring my mind to the policy of no weapons.
Yeah.
How
Right.
if we claim to be your, personal guard, do you think they'd let us carry anything?
I mean, considering you were given the invitations were extended to you as well. No, I mean it applies to all the attendees, and being attendees.
What if we scout out the place a few days before and we hide some of our weapons in the bushes?
I'm sorry, you're wanting to scout out
The
my
place.
grandfather's home.
Yeah. Like
I
maybe
you'll
in the garden
notice.
or something and put some like weapons in the dirt or
Mm.
the bushes. Yeah. And so if shit goes down, we just run over there and grab our weapons.
Shit's going down? What shit's going down?
No, there's no shit going down.
You don't know that.
It's party. We're supposed to have fun. Going to have fun, damn it.
That's my type of fun. Damn it.
What she said.
Spleen,
What?
think of it this way. Everything's a weapon if you try hard enough.
Well, see, if
I mean,
I'm not saying we will need them.
there's a reason why I file these down, bitches. Listen, I am just tired of being surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel like we're like a step behind, 2 steps behind. When we think we're ahead of stuff, we're not.
okay, so we go in thinking that we're not 2 steps ahead. This is.
Oh, I'm gonna be prepared.
I don't.
I
just don't trust.
the fact that my grandfather has managed to whatever was plaguing him earlier that messed up the connection that he and I had. I think he's. I have so much trouble thinking that it's not him to blame. If there's some sort of interplanar bullshit going on, it's. I mean, I doubt having weapons will do any difference anyway, but. Okay. Let's. I will concede that there are questions of what has happened to my ancestor, and we do not have the luxury of letting our guard down. I will concede that.
Okay.
Is there a way for any of us here to feel secure without
Oh, Lord. Spit it out.
looking like fools scrabbling around a garden.
Well, I'm not happy about not bringing my shield, but I do have a book for occasions exactly like this. I will have my focuses.
Really? Okay. Oh.
As long as
See-
I got my loot. I'm sorry. As long as I got my loot on me, I feel fine.
It does hinder me a little bit in what I can use.
Hmm.
But if the situation arises, we will have magic available to us, assuming it's not canceled by something. We will make do if we have to. We did it when we didn't have magic. We did it every time we've encountered things that we weren't expecting. Sure, we have weapons and magic on our side normally, but it doesn't mean it's our only weapons.
Yeah.
Spleen, you and B are strong as shit. You telling me that you can't kill someone with a fucking chair?
Oh, I'm fine. I worry about you. And you. And you. And you. Pointing at the nerds.
Like I said, I'm gonna have my book.
Besides, for all we know, it is just a party. We go in, we get a little tipsy, we have a good time, we leave.
That is the hopes. Well, I mean,
I just.
getting tipsy
Ugh.
minus that. I'm not gonna drink at something like that.
Yeah, fair.
I
Really
just
care to
don't.
drink in general.
For him to reach out after all this time,
It's very strange. I agree, Spleen. It's been
regardless
on my
of colors, it's more of the situation.
mind.
I don't know.
Every time they've
I
gathered,
don't. I
there's
just
been a
don't
problem.
like. I'm not a fan of.
Every time they've gathered, there's been a problem, and there's not a small chance that there's a mole. Hell, we've uncovered one already.
I wouldn't call his pops a mole, but it's just.
No, I don't. I wouldn't think that.
It's just he's. It's. Unpredictable.
It's we are, I suppose, making ourselves, all of us, with including the colors, an easier target, I suppose.
That's what actually sticks out to me. One, the colors being gathered in a single place again.
Yeah.
And two, there being
With
the
one
way
being
parties
injured,
usually
by the way.
Is she even going to show up? I mean, really.
She better not.
I mean,
Yimmer wants her to show up, I know that, but.
I don't think she needs a weapon.
No, she does not. She's fine the way she is.
Hands above the bathtub there, Yim.
No. Don't act like you don't see the same thing. Her on me.
Well, now I'm seeing plenty.
How long are we gonna be at this party for? Is this like gonna be like an all day thing, or can we just show up and leave?
Oh, it will be a few hours at least in the evening, I believe. It's usually a multifaceted affair.
Okay.
Within the invitation that you had gotten, since I had never fully described what was happening and what was going on, you were all cordially invited to Hayat Al Karmate, which is infernal for Life of the Vine. This is the vineyard that Baltrus owns, south of Onver. You would be arriving by carriage. And the grounds are large. It is a full-on vineyard with a processing facility to it for wines, and especially this time of year for the ice wines.
All right.
What do you think his stance is on, like, if we had enchanted ship? Like, could we bring that in, or would that be a no-go? Because I'm kind of throwing back and forth whether I want to put on Gumby T's headband.
Oh.
You know, I don't want to bring it there and then them be like, oh no, you can't wear that because it's magic, and then I'm back to being, you know.
I've been at events like this before, and it is very like high society. So, and these people like to show off their trinkets and baubles, especially the shiny ones that do lots of special and magical effects. Anything that is outright dangerous will more than likely be checked, but anything that shows off a glamour or does a little flourish of magic would not be.
If we bring the bags, bag of holding or the haversack, it'll be dump it out so we can see what's in it, and then
No, that'll be the whole night.
Yeah, I don't
And
even
I
know.
bring my baby.
I think that might be unwelcome in this
Why?
situation.
She's gonna stay in there. I just don't want to leave her behind. This is my child.
And you can get a babysitter.
Last time that happened, they were cooking.
You didn't get the babysitter for the crabs.
Yes, I did.
Plus, I don't think she cooked all of them.
She slowly turns
chocolate.
towards Diamondback.
He
What?
starts massaging her head.
Sorry. Didn't realize it was too soon.
Oh, man.
As for pets, again, people who are wealthy like to show off, especially if it comes to an exotic miniature pet of something.
All right. I'll pedal
It's
back.
not like
and
I'm like
it-
dragging around a full-on floating crocodile.
It might actually make it more interesting for them.
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
If anything that you want to,
I could put a little bow on her. Oh!
yes, at least one.
Yeah.
If there is a way to introduce the things you wish to bring into the high society of these folk, it will behoove us to fascinate them with anything that will be flashy. Are you familiar with? I mean, really, any.
Like you're courting somebody?
Yes, much like certain birds being so flashy sometimes.
Okay.
And
But I don't want to court them.
not physically, no. But the idea is that you are important because you are the subject of their attention. You're cool.
I'll wear all my piercings then. The nice ones.
Might actually do it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It might scare them. We'll see.
I'll let
I
them
look forward
touch
to
them.
I'll see if that jacket I bought for that high-toned and fancy meeting we had earlier on can get a little spruced up around here.
Hmm.
I, for one, am going to be getting a few things embroidered.
Yeah. Do we have to?
The short version of the answer is yes.
Okay.
There'll be free food.
That it will.
Yeah, but it's probably like fancy food where it's like these little tiny biscuits and the little tiny finger sandwiches. What the hell's that?
But they are unlimited.
Okay. You got me there.
Yeah, the trick is you make friends with the one that has the thing that you like the most, and then they just keep coming back to you.
Okay.
Especially if you manage to be enough of a friend to be their wingman and they get laid. Not speaking from experience.
Oh, is it one of those parties?
It depends on whose staff
Ah.
is there. But I mean, it's going to be at a winery. There's going to be wine all around. People are going to be
Loose.
less discerning.
Spleen, we have to make copies of the waiver.
Oh! Yeah. Oh my
waiver?
gosh. Yeah.
What's the
Yes.
waiver?
That thing you
Um,
signed like a while ago.
Yeah.
That I signed?
I
What?
don't know if you actually signed it, but you saw it. Yimmer and I went on a little self-searching mission.
I really shouldn't have let that happen.
Yeah. So people had to sign it because I'm a little much.
Do I need to sign it?
Yes,
Probably.
I
Good
mean,
idea.
Okay.
I love how quiet you were when you said that. It's like, do I?
Be honest, I'm amazed it hasn't wound up in front of you already.
Yeah, but I'm trying to court her.
Oh,
she says from the same bathtub.
Doing great so far.
Thanks.
Just
Because
give
at this
B the
point,
thumbs up.
an elvish man comes in to. He comes into like the lounge area that you guys are basically bathing in. I'm just here to tell you that you have about 10 minutes left. Sir, please stop splashing water. He looks at Yimmer.
oh, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
He turns around and walks out.
Emeralds, emeralds, emeralds!
Oh my god.
Anybody else done with the bath now?
I am.
Oh my god.
I'm done.
Oh boy. All right, it's time to go.
What do you fuckers wear?
What?
Ugh. What do you fuckers wear? What are you
Clothes.
wearing to this gala?
God, I don't even know what a lot of those things are even called in that picture I sent. I wanted to go for something like that.
Well, please describe it.
Yeah. So Spleen is actually going to replace a lot of her bone piercings with actual like more dangly metal shiny things that are more delicate. and not to really get dirty. So she is putting those on, almost like they're like ceremonial pieces. And plus, she wants to show off to be. And then she's gonna paint her nails black. Well, her claws black and wear a bunch of rings. And then she's going to order like a wide brim hat that's got wrapped in a more like darker jewel tones type of ribbon around it, and then has a flower that's there, but the flower is a cream color for reasons. And then her hair is just gonna be like that, and then she's gonna wear like a white button-up shirt, and there's going to be a bow that's right there with also a nice button in the center that has a skull on it, and it's the same ribbon that matches the hat, and then she's gonna have a vest that shows her bust, and then it's gonna be a corset so it cinches her waist in, and then it's black and stuff, and then she will have a long skirt underneath that is of a similar dark gray brown with patterns of gold, like cross hatch type of pattern. And then her shoes have a steel toe to it, and has a heel as well, but it's closed toe, and it's got a bunch of buckles on it as well. And also she has another ribbon of the same plaid type and a big old crow skull on both of them. Yeah.
Damn.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right. Halsterian.
Snatched.
Like the whole week is basically be you guys are prepping for this. So you're having your bouts. You're getting your suits and whatnot tailored or especially embroidered and whatnot. So, Halsterian.
Halsterian will be going for more of a pantsuit this time, but it will have a black overcoat, and his shirt will be a bit of a darker red than I'm wearing right now, but it will be as though all the seams are with gilded embroidery and other threads there. Likewise, his trousers are going to be it would be black if it weren't for the very dark gold pinstriping down all of them. Meanwhile, his hair, in an unfortunate decision, is parted in the middle and sort of coiffed up towards his horns. Which he thinks is stylish, but no.
I
Should
think it's
he be
stylish.
a bigger nerd?
Well, he does also have a purple satin sash that he's wearing. But I knew there was going to be something funny with that, and I don't remember what it was. So, purple satin sash.
Diamondback.
All right. So Diamondback's going with very similar to what he wore to the meeting with all the colors. Kind of the main piece is a sort of black long coat with a half cape around the shoulders and a sort of tuxedo collar. He's going to go out and have some embroidery done on the half cape so that there's a pair of kind of red and black diamondback rattlesnakes almost curling around the cape with their tails crossing along the back. He'll go have his hat spruced up with the coins polished so it looks a little nicer. If he's able to find a place that can make him some nice kind of dress boots, capped in gold with kind of the cap looking like the head of a rattlesnake, he'll go for that. Then fairly, simple but elegant trousers, brocade sort of red and black vest, red button up, accompanied with his diamondback rattlesnake bolo tie.
Nice.
Okay. Who wants next?
Still thinking.
Same.
And like that, you volunteered.
It's like, congratulations. Be like me on the spot.
Yeah.
I do have pieces and parts picked out. He's going to have earrings. The earrings isn't the right word. They're decorations for the ears that
Like the ear
will
cuff.
yeah, I think so, but like all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm drawing a blank if they're cuffs or something else, but not on the outside, on the inside. So and it's the shape of a like gold and silver dragon with little sapphire eyes on each side, with the head is at the bottom at the earlobe, and there are little dangling gems that look like flames breathing out. He has a fairly basic top and bottom, but it's basic shape wise, like basic tux shape, but it has patterns of like scale designed feathers all the way down it, and they are partially physical and partially magical illusory because they shimmer and are slightly 3D in effect. So they look like they're out a little bit from the outfit.
Right on. I like that.
Probably paint his nails blue for the occasion, a nice like deep sapphire blue. And in the coat is he'll get a holster made for his book, like shoulder holsters generally, but it will what shows is like chicken leg scale, how it's thin and scaled all the way down. The buckle that comes out and buckles in front looks like that, except they're two intertwining claws that grasp each other. Like a real small dragon or reptile or something. And the book will be like behind his back, so it's hidden by the coat itself. He'll probably have some fancier gloves made for his focuses than his basic leather ones that he normally wears. They'll still be fingerless because painted nails, but they'll be more like I can't think of which material. They're a fancy material. There you go.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Yimmer.
All right. So similar design as his last formal wear, but the colors. A frilly dress shirt, like an obnoxiously frilly, but it's going to be jet black with green spots. And the overcoat is also going to be black, but with I guess the same shade of green cross stitching. And yeah, he's going to have his crown on for this as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, like it's pretty much going to be a silk dress shirt, like very suave.
Hmm.
But yeah, basically going for the death mushroom kind of vibe.
Love
See
it.
Right on.
See if it gets anyone's attention.
And that's everybody. Okay, Beatrice.
B would get a 3-piece black suit, and forego the shirt underneath, and just wear the vest, which has been tailored to fit her. And it's just a very simple suit, except down the sleeves and along the sides of the pant is all dwarven runes, with like strength, hope, and a whole bunch of different like meanings along the side. Um, and then she would be wearing Tobias's locket that he was carrying with a picture of him and Liliana inside. And then she'd have a cloak made with fur around the collar, and it would be like a black wool. And along the cloak would be like a chainmail embroidery all down it, in silver that like shimmers as she walks. And she would probably approach Hal, carrying Tobias's cane, um, and ask him if it would be appropriate, because she clicks the cane and it turns into the war axe. She's like, it's a weapon, but stamps it and it turns back into the cane.
Remembered I was muted this time. Frankly, I think that's incredible. Let's. You don't even have to tell anybody, and it'll be glorious. Please do.
Thank you. I don't want to fuck things up for you, us, everyone. And she'd also put on Tobias's circlet, and attune to it.
Attune
Thought you
Oh,
were gonna get away with
shit.
playing a
Boy.
dumb character, did you?
I thought so.
Oh,
Not
shit.
after I gave you the friggin' circlet.
Nope.
Right on. Looks like you guys got everything set and ready to go. So, is there any other like preparations that you need to get done before I start ramping into what's gonna happen?
Would
Oh.
Howard have chance to meet with Koss?
Yeah, up at the Artificers Triumvirate.
Mm-hmm. He would
mean, you could-
bring Diamondback and Hal if he can.
Okay.
All right.
And then Otter shows up.
Yeah, no, Otter
Yeah.
was here. He just showed up,
Just-
and then you started.
yes.
Let's talk to Cause. Great.
He had asked me whose name started with a K, and I was like, Cos.
It was on the tip of my tongue, and I couldn't think of it.
Cos.
I was
With
like,
an H. Khoss.
Another question would be, would I have any adamantine yet from them?
I mean, given at this point everything that you've done and been able to kind of work around, you could leverage costs to fork up some adamantine.
Okay. If he could spare the time, I would ask for his assistance in creating a design and for the mold and advice on how to go about the thing. Like any small things to know about the metal itself and whatnot. Or just if he would, I would have him make the mold. For this crystal clusterfuck I plan to make.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you end up going into the Artificer's Triumvirate and heading through the secretaries, and because you've been here before, and especially with the colors, you've been recognized, and you still have the Seal of Onver with you. Uh, so at that point, you're able to meet Koss, and he's still working on that darn contraption within the stables himself. You still see like the shifting and folding armor just kind of clinking in almost unnaturally, but still somehow works. He notices you. He takes a second and he finally notices you. Hello there. I didn't see you.
I need some assistance with a project. If you have time.
I am very busy with a lot of different things. What specifically are you asking? Because that might change my time schedules.
I need to make a mold durable enough to withstand enough heat to melt crystals. And I'm going to pull out a notebook and show some drawings of this structured rock. And it has a list of different crystals used, and I've created it before, but it doesn't work quite right. I need to melt the crystals, and I wasn't able to do that before. I need to melt them, and I need the innards to remain molten.
Do you realize how much energy that requires, right?
I'm not sure, but I know it's going to be difficult.
This is going to take some time. I'm not saying it's impossible, but this is going to have to take some time.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably going to have to come back to me in about 2 weeks.
All right. I would like to take part in forming the structure, though. No, not the mold. the crystalline structure. I'm going to need these two to help me with it.
I understand. If you want to help, you can. That might help speed the process up.
Very
Well.
much. 2 weeks and the mold will be ready, you believe?
2 weeks and I will start the mold.
Noted. We'll see you then. Well, not... You know what I mean.
I will be seeing you. He just goes back and you just see the armor just turn into just a singular torch. It starts yellow, turns to red, turns to blue, and then turns to white. Starts hitting this contraption. You see this thing start shaking and moving and just kind of bouncing up and down a little bit from the heat at that point. Beatrice, you're requesting a antiquitist run.
She wants to visit Felix.
She wants to visit Felix. All right, let's do this.
Anybody else want to come along?
Sure.
Yeah, why not?
I'll tag along.
Go.
Go.
See if
So
any
out
trinkets.
in the Hashorn Solo that you go, beautiful part of town, especially in the snow. It's the snow's lightly drizzling down, and the lamplights are really showing off the well. Yes, it was Steve. Yes, Lowrider was sent to the bulletin board. I was listening to that just to get myself hyped for this episode. You guys end up going in front of the antiquitous shop. Obviously, you're going through the front door, right?
Yes.
I have to ask because you somehow always end up subverting what I think you're gonna do. You walk through the door, and
Bust
again,
through the
this
window.
place is still a mess. And you see Felix just readjusting some wooden masks that have been somewhat intricately charged and carved, and a couple others that are just kind of roughly done up. You see somewhat of a magical aura about them, but you totally see that he doesn't. He's not paying attention. He's like, "I'll be right with you." He turns around. Oh, B, what are you doing here?
We're in town.
Well, I guess obviously so. So, what are you doing here?
Well, we took back Solnes. And good news, we took it back. Bad news, she just goes quiet. And she doesn't really know how to say it.
Well,
I put a hand on her shoulder.
Bias didn't make it. I wasn't gonna cry anymore.
Hey,
Tobias,
it's all right.
he didn't make it.
No, he didn't make it.
He fought like hell, though.
He did.
He kept Solnes from completely collapsing, I'll tell you that.
That does sound like him. Oh, God. So he finally died. Man, the amount of shit that man went through.
And he's probably giving, like, the afterlife a hell of a time. I mean,
Honestly, I
think about it,
believe
be like, dang. They're probably like, oh, God, get out.
You see that like Felix is kind of hurt by this, and like, there's an air of like putting up a front, especially especially hearing like an old ally just right, you hug, kind of just like he hugs you back, and it's not exactly fully, but I mean, you've never understood Uncle Felix to actually be much of that.
I squint at him.
Why did you? Why are you squinting at me like that?
I don't know.
Oh, right.
Just
touch
hug
that
her
humor as you're
fully.
trying to just like play with a couple of the beads that are on on one of the shelves.
Oh, sorry. Looked interesting.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Lord.
Anyways, thought you might want to know that. Uh, Yeah. Anyways, you got any fun fancy things? Because I'm not crying anymore.
Okay. Well, first of all, are you wearing his circlet?
Yeah.
I thought he lost that years ago.
Nope. I got it. It's my note. I'm not
Uh,
crying. Stop making me cry.
Dear. Oh, jeez.
Stop
Well, I
making her
mean,
cry.
that's an extremely rare magical item right there. Let alone. What are you doing anyway? What is this for? Why?
Go to a fancy party. You got any fancy?
A fancy party? You got invited to a fancy party? Where?
The Baltrus.
As soon as you say that, you see his face go, oh.
I know. Oh. Ugh.
Actually, I've been invited too.
Oh, we'll see you there. That'll
Oh.
be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have transportation out there? Wait, are you wealthy enough to do that?
I guess I should be asking these questions because I'm wearing this thing now. I don't know. It's a lot to think.
Wait.
I
It's
mean,
a lot to think.
who?
Wait, you're...
I mean, you could come with me, but if you've been invited, I mean, I don't. This is all very confusing. That you first come in, you tell me that my old friend is dead. You're telling me you're going to the same party I'm going to,
Yep.
and you're wearing his circlet, and you're asking
Yep.
for more magical and rare items.
Yep. Welcome to our life. It's been crazy.
We're
Ah.
important people. This is what important people do.
I
Right.
swear, you have been important.
Yeah. It doesn't come with a lot of perks as you would think.
Oh, trust me, I know. I had to build this shop to maintain some sort of reputation.
Mm.
Anyway. If you're looking for, is there anything specific you're looking for? Are you just looking for anything?
Yeah.
It's a good distraction. You know, it's just cool, I guess, to find something interesting.
I mean, people here too. I mean, I just want fancy things. Just want to be fancy. Make me fancy, Uncle Fee.
Lord. Okay. Let's see what I can find. He starts going back, and for the sake of the role play, it just.
In a way, I kind of want to have mine coordinate a little bit with hers. Where I'll have runes, but it's more like death, murder, bones. Couple outfit.
Couple of matching.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
That one. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Seeing B and all the fancy words, please.
If you're looking for anything sort of more glamorous, well, I do have these 2 cloaks. It's a half cape, you wear it on, but if you ever do some sort of flourish, it ends up flying doves everywhere.
Pretty cool.
Of course, the doves are more ethereal and they'll disappear after 2 feet, but I mean, it still puts
Oh.
on a show.
I mean, I'd say better that way. You don't have to deal with a whole bunch of bird shit.
I think Spleen was going to eat them.
Oh.
Um,
Bird.
yeah. What else? What's the other one do?
They're both the same.
Oh.
Couple's outfit.
Oh my god, we could be slinging doves at each other.
Lesbians of a feather.
Stick together.
Oh.
Ethereal blood and guts. Splash.
Oh.
Slop. How much are these?
Family discount. Come on, Uncle Fee.
I mean, at this point, just take them. Just return them back to me, please, when you're done with them at the party.
Sounds
Oh.
good.
Okay.
Sounds sweet.
Nice.
Besides, if you don't, I know where you live.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you can't deny that it looks really good on us.
Yeah, that's why I'm giving it to you.
Oh, Granny has a murder kitten, by the way, now. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, what? You say that as you walk out the door. Just-
Is that all we got from him? That's all he's got for us?
That's all I'm giving you.
Give me more.
No. You've got to circle it. You need to be happy.
Be smart. Be smart.
Be smart.
So at this point, like, yeah, you say that, you leave, you shut the door, everything's behind you, and it's just like the scene of Felix just at the counter. What did Liliana get herself into now? All right. So, anything else? All right.
I'm
Oh,
ready.
no, you're not allowed. No. No. I just need like a gif of that EMT reactor just no.
Is there an apothecary or anything of the sort?
Yeah, there's apothecaries everywhere within the city. So,
Okay.
what are you looking for specifically?
I am looking for. Oh, let's have some fun. Black sap, death caps, anemita mushrooms, and baneberries.
He's making his own version of Troll's Bane.
Bane's
Oh
berries.
no.
Bane's berries.
Noel's Bane.
Baneberries.
Bane.
Oh,
I don't think you
and-
sent me this updated.
what?
I don't think you sent me this list or that one.
I'm looking at the recipes you sent me.
We value Troll's Bane.
You're gonna have to
Trez!
you're gonna have to refresh me on that one. There's been so much.
Okay.
Thanks, Trez.
So actually, I'm gonna change that. Fairy stool and mind flare stinkhorn.
Okay. You know what? Sure.
Oh,
It takes you a couple of trips, but throughout the week you're able to actually procure any of this.
I should have asked for more. Okay, thank you. I won't. But thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
No.
And then, okay, I will tell you what I make over those days.
Okay,
or what I
cool.
try to.
Oh man, it's been a while since I've actually sent you those recipes. I don't remember how far back. You're gonna have to send me the link again.
Oh yeah,
because-
no, there was kind of the. Oh yeah, Yimmer did this kind of stuff a while ago. Let's look at the list again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I will let you know.
Okay.
Or do you want me to just tell you the potions and
Sure,
things?
just tell me the potions. I don't want to be
Oh.
surprised.
Truth serum.
Okay.
What is it? Potion of poison. And lava paste.
Mm.
What?
If you could send me the description of those,
Yep.
I would be very much happy.
I can do that.
You
Okay.
can't just throw out something like lava paste after two normal ass potion names. What?
We're going to a party. It's going to be fun.
I figured you're gonna do some shit like this.
Yep.
It's like I'm putting you in a party full of socialites. This is not gonna end well. It's the Ron Swanson laugh.
I know. Just so
Okay.
happy.
What have I done?
I
Wonderful.
would pick
and
up a little
terrifying
more.
things.
Sorry, go ahead.
Mhm.
Okay. Uh, just basic. Pick up more chalk for teleportation circles. Like
Yeah.
100 gold
Like
worth.
I would assume that you guys would actually do all your stuff to refill what you need. Spend the required money to get like materials and components for spells
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. So it's at this point that everybody is meeting at the guild hall. Just compiling into one. At this point, you see Crimson Pride, Shifting Amber, Violet Fury is there, Emerald Envy is as well, and Attenuate Cobalt. You don't see Golden Cavalier with you, or Silent Ivory. And it's at this point, so I might as well just describe what they look like. You see Crimson Pride, and she's wearing this super tight fit, long red, like just almost like I can't describe it. All I can see it in is in my mind. It's just everything that basically covers a lot but leaves the shoulders open, wearing some sort of like a mink fur over top. And it just shows off how curvy her feminine figure is. Her long flowing red hair just parted off the one side and perfectly curled that reaches right down past her breast. Uh, wearing platform heels, so she's even taller than before. Really making it, really making a statement about her height, but also having a bunch of gold rings that go up her forearms and rings that are on her finger. Violet Fury is wearing basically a military uniform, but of course it's all purple. Like it's a very like plum-like purple, so super dark, super rich. But it's like a double breasted lapel that has one of the flaps buttons right up, and you see a lot of the military accommodations that he has procured over the years. Uh, Again, he's still gnomish, so like, or old and gnomish, and his hair is like gone and still somewhat wild. Attempted to slick it back, but I mean, it's just not going anywhere. Shifting Amber is also in a semi-military attire. He's got a half cape going on. It is this beautiful orange coloration, almost matching style with Violet Fury, but less decorated for obvious reasons. It looks very kind of awkward at this point, and it's like the attempt to try and grow some sort of facial hair is still not coming through just yet. It's like a lot of that peach fuzz that's just hasn't transitioned over. The boy's trying, and he's still got that classic hunch going down. Emerald Envy is looking not worse for wear, but you can definitely tell that there's a slight hobble in her gait as she walks. But from what you see is this long flowing gown that just that has this super long train that follows through with it. It is the epitome of extra with sleeves that come, and of course they droop as well. Lots of embroidery around the edges and the cuffs. Beautiful golden stuff. And her hair. She's still deciding whether or not she wants to go between black or red or some sort of a brunette style. She's just like trying to figure it out. At this point, she's wearing this decorative set of antlers that are almost they almost come up and around, just accentuating like the nature motif that she's trying to uh exhibit. Tenuate Cobalt is still very much wearing the academy robes, but more or less like something more of like what a dean would wear, just almost business attire suit like. It's of course it is a blue color, and I can't really think of anything else for that right now.
Well,
Cool.
we have received a party boon from Traz. So our next skill check has our proficiency bonus added to it. Even if you already have proficiency. And a point of luck has been awarded. And I quote, or paraphrase, I don't remember 100%. Yimmer, I don't know what you're planning, but I support you.
That was from Otter, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Otter, we love you.
He supports the Chaos Gremlins.
People are gonna die. I don't know who, I don't know when, but people are gonna die.
It's also at this point that you see Boddick come down as well.
Yes.
He's basically wearing all white. His long hair out and teased back, flowing out and over. It's basically like Kurt Russell's hair, where it's just like, how is it that friggin' majestic, even at his age? The beard has been trimmed up and nice and shaven. His white suit is basically like a tunic that comes down, and it has like a bunch of different like lapels put into it, or like it's been selectively folded to kind of pleated, that is the word. Selectively pleated to really show off like his actual sturdy figure. And yeah, that's kind of like he's still adorned with a bunch of rings and like almost looks like a I want to say Ankh, but that's not the right word. Just like a symbol of worship around his neck. As at this point, you also see the Onverian guard that follows suit. They have been allowed to be at the premises because, I mean, let's be honest, you're right. Having a bunch of high officials in one spot without any sort of guarding would be extremely stupid. So, but all the carts are waiting outside, and you all pile into about 4 different carts, given how many that are there. Violet Fury actually, alongside of his 2 other guards, piles in with you guys.
Hmm.
Piles in with you guys, and at this point, it's going to be about an hour's trip to get down to the vineyard.
Well. Looking spiffy, Violet.
I would say the same yourself.
Thank you. What do you think? You like it? A little
I
bit
like
different from the last time.
A little bit. Sometimes it's nice to get out of bloody attire.
Uh, new clothes to get bloody.
Mhm.
I try not to, though.
Now that we have a bit of privacy, I'm going to bring you into the situation. Because both Bloknesvik and Solnes were both attacked simultaneously, we were able to take them back, but a lot of our supplies had been actually either destroyed or used on the enemy. We're strained. We're hoping to get to this party and make relations with Tobias of Cave. But also the emissary from Ferkmosa is here as well. We were able to get him out of the Titan's grip,
That's
which is
good.
good. So we're using this as an opportunity to try and network.
You see,
We
Spleen, just as I told you.
He
But
stops
there's
for
a but.
sec. We are in dire need of these supplies. We'll be more than likely to get these supplies from Ferkmosa. Although that'll take a lot more time compared to Kodurian because of Tobias of Cave.
And, so what of Baltrus?
He's a rich socialite. He'll more than likely try to make a deal with Tobias and the emissaries as well.
Okay.
I mean, as far as I know, there's going to be a bunch of businessmen here.
Yeah.
So these
Sweet.
functions are all going to be very, elbow rubbing.
Hmm. Okay.
Well, I'll try to make sure I don't rub elbows with Tobias too much. You want him in a good mood.
Exactly. I respect that you have a pass with him and that you've utterly pissed him off, which I'm actually thankful for.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes one of us right now, I think.
Mm-hmm. I know it's going to be awkward. I trust you'll make the right decision.
Yeah, it's all good. Staying away from him all night will be one of the more pleasant aspects of this.
Of course. That being said, I wanted you to understand the severity of the situation of us going in here. Is it agreed that you all understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. No acting like a fool.
Exactly. And I mean, let's be honest, it is a party. Some people are probably going to get wild and some fun might actually happen. For once, I might actually smile.
But the world would end.
That's what I think.
Gotta, like, nudge Yimmer. Bet you 2 gold he doesn't smile before midnight.
Yeah, I'll take that action. Wait, you're saying he won't smile?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Before
gonna
Wait
make
a
him
second.
smile. I'm gonna give you-
Violet, I think I did see you smile. Did you smile when... Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it.
Never mind.
You guys are riding through these carts, and it's a bit of a bumpy ride, but but these are very fanciful carts, so they actually have shocks installed to them, so it actually creates a bit of a smoother ride. Uh, you're riding through the streets where you are kind of going through the main thoroughfare of Ashhorn's Hollow out to the south gate. And you see what is the world that goes by, and especially after you leave the south end of the city, you go through the fields which have been long since snow drifted over, and the roads have been cleared enough, especially rutted by other carts that have been brought in and out. An hour goes by, and you pull up to the Life of the Vine. At this point, you see off from the distance like a large two-story mansion that is sitting on top of a hill. These rolling hills actually have been cleared out mostly. Looks like they've been manually shoveled and snow removed to maintain that some of the vines from the grape that have been planted there. Uh Halsterian, you would know that these grapes are super hardy and would actually survive winters, especially severely cold winters
Mm.
that Falskallan would have, thus producing some excellent ice wines. Eventually, it leads up to the front roundabout, where you see a bunch of other carts that have already been there, and a valet that comes out and switches off with the driver. Doors open, you guys come out. What you see is uh, a courtyard with a fountain right in the center of it, and two large entry doors further beyond that. This space is heated by a bunch of different braziers that are being maintained by the house guests. Or not the house guests, the housekeepers. You see what looks to be a couple of lingerers that are outside that are holding these really nice flutes of what looks to be sparkling, champagne. Sparkling white wine.
Hmm.
Uh, is at this point, uh, everybody else comes out. You hear, "Oh, jeez, I forgot how much cards hurt." Ugh. It's like, Dad, they had shocks on them. I told you that even if they have shocks on them, they still hurt. My back is sore from all the adventurings and walkings. Why do I have to talk to you about these things? You know about these things.
Okay. I feel like I want to be back at the Citadel.
I mean, nothing bad's happened yet. Besides, it's a nice house. Looking at this Helsterian, instantly understand a hell of a lot more about you.
Yeah, did they always have parties like this when you were here?
Hmm. On a quarterly basis, really.
Ooh, quarterly.
Usually after a particularly heavy snow, the wines are just that much better. It makes the cold snap makes them really pop with their flavor.
Hmm.
Yeah. Try some.
Yeah, that'd be enough to turn me into a wine fella.
You see Shifting Amber just kind of like fiddling with some of the cufflinks that have been in there, brought in. They seem to have been tailored just a tad too tight, or he may have grown into it a little bit more. Who knows? Furbolg folk are hard to tell sometimes, but you see him fiddling with that pride. Oh, please let me just take a look at that. Ah, jeez, shit. Just give me a second. She pulls like a hairpin out and just shoves it through one of the cufflinks and just rips it up just enough to release from the wrist. And he's like, "Thank you.
Mhm.
It's okay. I know this is the first for you. You'll do good." Then she turns around, starts walking forward. Everybody starts following suit. At this point, you're being ushered in by a couple of the house guests, and especially like a heralder that comes in, and it's like, "Ah, excellent." So you see this human, very like mid-20s, very excitable feeling. Like you get this energy that he's super excited to be here and to do his job, and he wants to do it well and wants to impress. Uh, he still looks like he has like acne on his face and that hasn't really grown out since his teenagehood. But at that point, he's kind of just accepted it and is trying to cake on like makeup just to try and cover it, but it's not doing a very good job. His brown eyes and just this really like almost charismatic smirk just comes up. It's like, so I believe you are the colors, and this is team them. And at that point, Halsterian, you see a hand go over his shoulders. Boom. I believe I will take this from here. You see this half orc, well tailored suit, up and down, wearing basically like the house butler uniform. Uh, it is like this beautiful vest, nice tight crop pants, and these extremely well polished shoes. You just like, even in standing in like the dirt and the snow, somehow everything just avoids staining everything below the knees. It has been quite some time, Helsterian.
Yes, it has. Kareg, how are you?
Oh, you know how I am. Always chipper and ready to move. And also trying to deal with your granddad. Oh, Lord, he's feisty one lately.
Oh?
Oh, please, I'll tell you about it later. With that, I just wanted to say hello myself. I was just really excited, especially when you were invited and bringing all your friends. It is a pleasure to meet you all again, and a couple of new people. Oh, who are you? And he points to, I believe Yimmer and Diamondback have not met Kareg.
I don't believe we have.
Yeah, I don't believe
No,
I have.
and Beatrice. Okay, so, oh, and who are you guys? I am so excited.
Well, we're recent additions to the crew. I go by Diamondback.
Diamondback?
Yeah, I'm Ymir. Nice to meet you. And he
Yimmer. Ah,
puts out his hand to shake his hand.
he looks down at it. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. He grabs it, and it's just like almost a gentle caressing of the hand. But then after about like a half second, he actually applies a pretty good pressure, like a proper handshake.
Oh, I see where Hal gets it.
Oh, I'm not the one who taught him how to handshake. And you, my lovely dear. He takes Beatrice's hand and lifts it up, kisses it. And who are you?
Beatrice Ramsbottom. It's a pleasure to
Beatrice.
meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well. Ah, yes, the colors. The Falskallan axis. Golden Cavalier is already here. He's inside, already being bombastic. You just see Violet Fury just slump a bit, like, great. And
Mm.
oh, you all look so absolutely dashing and lovely. Shall we go in? He turns around, opens the double doors, and you walk into this beautifully polished marble foyer area where it's like basically a combination of like four peaked cathedral ceilings that lead into one section where there's a vestibule off on one side, another entranceway leading into a select set of rooms that have been closed off, and what looks to be like a parlor that that has these nice, beautiful windows that overlook the vineyard itself, and it's looking absolutely beautiful during this time of year with the light snow flying down. It is currently after sunset, so around what would be equivalently 6 o'clock. Please come with me. The guests are all we're all waiting for us in the secondary courtyard. Now, please. And he starts leading you through the home, and at this point, you looking through, and this house is just peak opulence. No expense was spared to show how lavish a person could spend. There are paintings on the wall that look old, like, and you're trying to decipher what the markings are, and you just don't understand. Like, it's almost like fine art collecting, but at a whole nother level. You see vases that are up on pedestals, plants in the corners that have been well manicured, trimmed, and maintained, and plants that have not actually ever really existed in Falskallan itself. You get led through the double doors, and Kareg points to the herald. Please, you've been hired to do your job. Don't let me take that from you. And the kid comes out and he's like, all right, let's go. And he steps up. Introducing Team Them and the colors of the Falskallan. And the doors open up. You see this ballroom like setup where there's a full dance floor right in the center and tables lining the sides. There's a whole bunch of people there, all assorted different races, shapes, and sizes. You see the house, workers catering in food left, right, and center. The waft of everything is coming to you at once. You smell the sweetness of some of the pastries that are being baked, some of the savory hints of like the meat that's being cooked as well, and a full string section. The sound of music hitting your ears, and the sound of a couple of people just kind of turning and looking up and kind of acknowledging that yes, you guys have been called, but basically going back to their businesses. And it's at this point everybody goes
Roll
in.
initiative.
Roll for it. And this is how the bloodbath begins. I would like
Yay!
for all of you to make perception checks, please.
Right.
Remember to add your proficiency bonus to it, even if you're proficient.
Oh. Fancy dice, fancy occasion.
All right. That helped.
Ooh, ooh.
Add a proficiency bonus.
Yeah, even if you're already proficient, add it again.
Add it again. Do it again.
From the
Okay.
Did it
party
once.
boon.
Do it again.
Oh, party. Okay, party. That's right.
Party
Like,
boon.
Okay,
What?
so we'll start with Halsterian.
18.
Nice. B.
26.
Damn. Diamondback.
19.
Spleen.
10. I'm just looking at B.
Howard.
17.
Nice. And Yimmer.
So we add our proficiency as second time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically +4.
Okay. 28.
Nice. So it's at this point that you're kind of just observing the room. You're like, as soon as you step in, you're just basically kind of doing like semi people watching and just like taking a head count and a mental note of how many people that are in here. And so Yimmer and Beatrice, you're the one to notice that a couple of the waiting staff are moving in such a way that doesn't exactly like mimic a well-trained housekeeper.
Once-
And the thing is, like, all these housekeepers in here are warforged. They're all different variations of like warforged. So you see some that are like a little bit older, a little bit of like what would be pot marks from rust that has been oiled and well polished and cleaned and whatnot. Some that are very brand new and fresh, where you've got this nice chroming on. And they're walking up and through, and you see one of them come up. One of them come up and start handing out flutes of champagne to every single one of you and the rest of the guests that are there.
It's the one that's acting weirdly.
It is, it's not weirdly, because the thing is, it's almost nigh imperceptible, just a bit of the movements. But because you've been around a bit of high society doing Yimmer stuff sometimes, that you understand how wait staff, they have almost like a rhythm. And for somebody who is drinking and not not exactly paying attention to the help, it'd be almost imperceptible. But because you've been trained to observe the room,
Mm.
it's just like a slight off timing.
And is it that one? Are there others serving drinks, or is that kind of the one?
No,
Or-
there are a bunch that are rotating and moving around.
Okay.
So
Trying
the
to keep a mental note of which ones seem a little out of whack.
yeah. So you do. And so at that point, do you guys take a drink? Do you guys quickly get ushered down and away from the door, because I mean, if everybody's getting you don't want to linger there.
Yeah, I'll take a drink,
Mhm.
Me
but I'll
too.
be very slow about sipping it. Don't want to get turned too fast.
Exactly. That's fair. I mean, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Hmm
I'm going to get Bree out and have my little.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's a little chunky.
Yeah.
So cute.
Okay, so then a mental note for you guys, or for Beatrice and Yimmer, it's you notice that there's a what almost looks to be kind of like fresh damage that has been polished away, but it's all like, again, it's when they come closer you really notice it. But from afar you just can't detect it at all.
And that's on the same ones that seem off time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's at this point you guys get ushered to your table, and it's somewhere in the center of the room. I say center, but more or less off on the offshoot sides, where the dance floor is pretty much right accessible to you. Get ushered to your seats. The colors are off on a different portion of the dance hall. And so at that point, Halsterian, I guess he's not here.
Just had the BRB.
Well, this doesn't help.
Is there blood
Panic.
on the dance floor?
So
Panic.
all of the help are automatons. There aren't any, I
Warforged.
guess, sentient.
Well, that's very rude to assume that Warforged
Well,
is
I
sentient.
was trying to think of a nice way of saying, but
There are no
flesh and blood.
organic ones.
oh, okay, yes.
uh, as far as you can see, the waiting staff coming out from the kitchens are all Warforged.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wait until I start describing a bunch of different shit because Halsterian's the one who's actually going to be pointing half this shit out. But you see Emerald Envy just kind of like sitting at the table, just starting to drink a little bit, not being bothered to actually get up. Violet Fury is commingling with a couple of other people. Uh you see a human male. Let me let me get my notes. A human male looks to be in his 60s with a cropped crew cut, hardened face, and yeah, it's just like a hard and like a very hardened face. So it's just naturally like a natural scowl that's going on. Violet Fury's talking to him and almost kind of buddying up with it. Bodrick, being the social butterfly that he is just jumping around from group to group, just introducing himself or whatnot. uh Halsterian, you recognize a bunch of different people in this hall. Like, so you see a halfling female with a long laced velvet dress that hugs the form, with these piercing yellow eyes and short snub nose and a rounder face shape. And you see like the hair is kind of done up in an updo, brought up, and you recognize this to be Piper Yellowcane. She's a broker of trade and connections between the cities and countries.
All right.
Whoa.
And there's one of the assistants. One of her assistants is basically running back. It's another is another halfling. That's just like kind of done up almost like you, Beatrice, except wearing an undershirt, almost like corporate formal. Just running back and forth, like grabbing what looks to be like little biscuits and cheeses that like back, and you see Piper look at it, take a bite, spit it back into a napkin, give it back to the assistant. She's running back and forth, just doing that. Uh, you see a tiefling male. You see a tiefling male. This beautiful red skin, uh, nice blue eyes, and the horns that start from like the forehead crests and comes back. It's almost like he's almost bald, but there's still enough hair in the back to really just create a nice ponytail.
Like a mane.
Almost like that, but because of the horns coming up, it almost covers the fact that it covers the receding hairline. You recognize him as Zabretha Zadai, and he's Commissioner of Transportation. There's also a dragonborn with blue and white scales, nice decorative patterns, nice like golden nose piercings, and also following up the ridge line of the like the snout and the nostrils, and and like this long flowing robe, like mage-like robe, where it folds in onto itself, but also has this nice draping form, hugged in by a cinching belt right into the center. And you recognize this to be Artena. This is a female. This is Artena Verlasker, agricultural mogul of Ministad. Basically, anything that deals with the wheat production or anything with mead, it goes through her.
Cool.
And the person that that Violet Fury is talking to is Anlo Dunnell. He's the overseer of distributions. These are people that you've met periodically throughout your life, but because Baltrus has brought you into the fold a little bit to really try and get you to kind of understand the business side of the world.
Mm.
You've met with these men and women, and so they all would recognize you because I mean you also are kind of like a spitting image of Baltrus himself. At that point, you hear the herald come out. Now, introducing Viceroy of Corduria, Tobias of
hell.
Caith. And
Diamondback pulls the brim of his hat down a little bit.
so you see Tobias of Caith come down wearing these like these large overflowing coats of red and red and yellow, lapping in onto themselves, almost dragging to the floor, almost trying to hide his bigger belly at this point, but still this nice wide brim cap that shows that like it just doesn't fit right on his facial structure, especially his body type. It just seems like he's trying really too hard. Being followed by his royal guardsman, and he starts walking down. So at this point, Bar comes up. Oh Lord, I haven't been to a party like this in such a long time. How are you guys doing tonight? I haven't seen you in such a long time.
Uh,
Well, it's nice being here. This is a pretty nice place. First time here.
Oh, it's the first time for me too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Have
Could've
you had
done
any of the wine? I've heard it's really good.
I've had a couple of the drinks, but I don't normally drink myself. I just do it to, be a part of the crowd. Still. But, oh man, I am so excited. At that point, he just kind of runs off.
Don't know
a
where he finds
man,
you.
a man of many words. Consists of excited in every sentence. Ugh. So what now?
Well, I suppose we could find someone interesting to speak with. I wouldn't say interview them per se, but learn more about them. See if there's anyone interesting here that you might like to talk to.
What if I talk to Tobias?
I believe we were asked to stay on our best behavior by
I
Fury.
mean, I'll be at my best behavior.
You know what he means.
Fine.
Yeah. Look, probably best we don't draw too much attention from him anyway. If we do, he's gonna make the entire night about. And it's not gonna work for anybody.
I think more about him, honestly. Which
Yeah.
possibly include throwing you under the bus, but
Then I'll throw him under a bus. What's that?
it's
Yeah.
They're
Like
like
in a
really these
long-
really big carriages.
yeah, pretty
Oh.
much.
Okay.
Explain we could go dance.
Yeah.
That's true, you could.
Mhm.
Yeah. It.
Take her by the
Okay.
hand.
Bye, losers.
You
Young
guys
love.
scan the crowd a little bit more, and you see Fenrir Ambershard, the leader of the Artificers Triumvirate, and looks to be holding the arm of another dwarven man, and they're both elegantly dressed up in almost like matching attire. Yeah, almost matching attire there. So those are the only guests that you would actually really know here. like as the group.
Mm.
Are there any particularly flamboyant or loud characters?
I mean, there's a couple of the ladies have gotten into the wine a little bit too fast, so you hear, oh my god, you're too funny.
Oh man.
Yeah, Yummer will make his way over to, I guess, the one with the smallest crowd around
The
them.
one, so you're looking the one with the smallest crowd around.
The flamboyant, but not too flamboyant.
The hunt is on. Dun, 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 dun.
I must say it's taking quite a lot of restraint for him not to go as a beeline toward Envy, so
Yeah.
let him have his fun.
You head up to this woman, and she, a gnomish female, and she's wearing like this almost darkened, like this very dark velvet dress that hugs one of her legs and has a slit where her other leg is sticking right out. It comes up and covers the shoulders and comes a little bit halfway down. But on this, it also crumples up to almost having like a hood on the backside. But on the backside, there is literally just it's a backless dress that goes right down to like right down to the hip.
Damn.
And she looks, my, oh, don't you look scrumptious? Oh,
Oh.
that green and black. Oh,
Well, yes, I thought I'd dress for the occasion, but I couldn't match you, even if I tried. And I did.
I feel weird hitting on my cousin.
Do
We're
it for the
just
game,
talking.
JT.
We're in the game, okay? Back in the game. Back in the
Dissociate.
Compartmentalize.
I need whiskey. Back in the game. Oh, darling. Aren't you just the smoothest with the words? Where did they find you?
Well, you know, I'm just one of them.
It would be absolutely remiss if I didn't know your name. But by the way, why didn't you introduce yourself? That's so rude.
Oh, well, I was going to, and then, you know, my jaw just kind of dropped when I saw you. So, you know, I was taken aback. I apologize my rudeness. My name is Yim. Pleasure to meet you. Then he
Ah,
reaches out to hold her, to take her hand and kiss it.
she takes her hand, does a little curtsy. Calliope Silverfin.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
well, the Silverfins, are they, I feel as though I've been at another party with the Silverfins. Do you have any family around?
Oh, we've got family everywhere. I can't believe I haven't seen you around. If you've been partying with my brothers, dear God, how have you survived? And it's at this point we're shifting the conversation.
Well, JT, you've received a point of luck. Do it for the game.
Deborah's like,
I feel dirty. It's during this conversation that it pans back to Spleen and Beatrice. You guys are out on the dance floor. The strings are playing this nice melodically they're playing a really nice melody. It's soft and flowing and very much to like a slow dance kind of going on right now. So at this point, you guys are go.
Her Spleen keeps looking around at other people, make sure they're not staring at you and like glaring at them. And every time she Every time she looks at you, like she gets all flushed. Her ears will like go backwards to all the little dangly bits like tinkle and stuff. Like, but she's trying to act cool, but she keeps glaring at other people.
Stop focusing on everyone else.
They just.
I whisper in her ear, I'm here with the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
Oh my god. No, I am. This whole place has nothing on you. You make my heart hurt.
Wait.
Like in a good way.
Say.
I mean it though. I'm not just saying it with emptiness. There's a lot of weight to it.
Thank you.
You're very beautiful. Woohoo!
And she just like caresses her cheek.
Ears. Ding!
Oh. It's weird being a smart person now because of this thing. I don't know if I like it. I
Yeah,
feel like
the
I have to be
sensory, like the
do
sensory
it.
overload that you're getting, just being like, I'm looking at a thing and I can understand what I'm looking at just by a bit. Like, it's still, you're not instantly like you can understand a Monet from something else, right? It's because you have to still learn that information. But the fact is that you're observing your surroundings and you're actually like picking up all the details and not just overlooking them.
Mhm. I feel like I should be with the smart people because I'm a smart person now. But I'd much rather be here with you.
Like, you were smart before.
But now, like, extra smart.
That means
Like-
there's more
like-
amazing things you can do.
Like, I can look around and, like, before I would just see people, and now I see, like, what they're wearing and what they're doing. And there's, like, weird helpers. Like, the house people. It's like some of them are walking differently. Have you noticed that?
No.
Yeah, there's a few of them just around that almost seem out of sync with the rest of them. I'm like, is that something I should be worried about? Like,
How so? Like,
like
are they really suspicious?
not really suspicious, but if I look at them, it's almost like they it took a little bit of damage and now they've been like really polished, so they're like extra shiny. And they're like the rest of them are walking at a rhythm and they will walk with the rhythm and then it like breaks for a second and then they continue with the rhythm.
Weird.
Should I be talking to this other smart people about this? I don't want to.
And it's at this
No,
point
you
that
talk to me.
you hear the herald. You hear the herald come and yell out again. Now introducing Halast and Shahara New Blood. And you look over to the door, and you see what looks to be the spitting image of House Darian, but much older. The hair is the hair is equally parted in the same way and direction as the horns.
Oh no!
You start to mess up his hair.
Equally parted in the same way and direction as Alstarian. You see this beautiful tiefling woman just again wearing a large flowing gown that reaches the floor, and she steps with an elegant grace that says that I've been a part of this for all my life, and it's just second nature. And she like the sharp chiseled features, and it's at this point that you guys recognize, oh, this is where Halsterian gets his jawline from. This is his mother and father being introduced.
Oh.
They walk into the crowd and people start coming around, and you see, Anlo making his introductions, Piper, Zabretha making the rounds and just saying hello. Halsterian, what are you up to? And Diamondback.
Well, I imagine Alstarian would have tried tucking up probably Arcana, sort of recommending good pairings for the wine. Seeing if she has any similar information to share.
Ah, gotcha. Although you've met her maybe once in your lifetime, she left kind of an impression just as like someone who has a fierce looking expression on her face at all times, but actually has always seemingly looked at you with a grace and just like an acknowledgement that even though you're the younger one, you are your own person. And she seemingly was the only person who'd ever done that out of all of his associates. It just looks, it just says, I appreciate that you understand the wines as much as your grandfather.
Thank you very much.
I'll definitely have to try this fruit with this wine. I believe it's a Shiraz, I think. I've never understood wines. Meads are my specialty.
Certainly makes sense. There are some fine meads.
Mm-hmm. And I have to say, I believe I have to thank you because you are probably one of the few people that have saved my business over the last year.
Oh, I mean,
Word gets
Hmm.
around, Halsterian.
I
So don't sell yourself short.
it was my pleasure to help.
Of course.
And truly, helping out anything that helps flavor happen is always a good.
No, of course. But still, I appreciate the help in maintaining my hold on Menestad. It may not have been your purpose, but it has definitely secured a lot more from me. That last winter harvest, oof, that was a rough one.
Mm,
You been doing good lately? You look tired.
it's we've had many a journey the past really several weeks. Been all over the countryside, to be perfectly honest. It's been a wonder taking in these new sights and sounds and smells, but it is also a great comfort to be home.
That's good. I I enjoy hearing stories of adventure. It's been far too long since I've gotten out myself, but I mean, I have a business to run.
Of course.
So at this point, you see Zabretha come in. Artana, I can't believe you're here. I didn't think you would make it from Menestad. And he takes the hand, gives a nice kiss, and he looks to you. Well, Helsterian, my boy, look at you. You've almost grown up.
Very nearly. It has
Oh,
been some time, has it not?
it has been quite some time. My lord, you've actually filled in your chest a bit. I thought you always would be scrawny.
I've been having the opportunity to get some training in the day to day.
I see, I see. Oh, look at that. Antenna. Oh, you see this? The boy's growing up. Make sure you just keep yourself nice and fit and don't grow a belly. And he starts patting your belly a bit.
It would be so funny. No, not gonna do it. That would be too mean. It would be so funny, but it would be too mean to use the hellish rebuke for that.
Oh my gosh.
No. No.
During-
Sorry, I got myself out of sorts there.
Yeah, it's okay. And it's at this point the conversation the camera pans from this conversation out to Diamondback and Howard. Like, what are you boys up to?
I'm sticking by Hal generally.
Yeah, I kind of would do the same, mostly out of trusting that he knows how to navigate this crowd and keep me out of trouble.
Mhm.
I kind of lean over to Howard. You been to any of these before? I don't know how far you and Hal go back.
Not one of these, no. I've been to a few small parties, but nothing like this.
Yeah, this is the first time for me too. Fairs I usually go to are a lot more rustic and a lot louder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at this point, I'm going to keep saying that, but you hear the herald speak up. And now introducing the host of the party himself, Baltrus Newblood. Everybody turns around, looks up, and you see Baltrus very much looks almost identical to his father, or to Halsterian and Halsterian's father. Just slight differences here and there. Almost youthful complexion. He starts coming down the stairs. And at this point, you hear everybody start clapping and cheering and whatnot. And at this point, and now we shall begin tonight's festivities. First, with the food. And everybody starts getting ushered in. At this point, you guys start getting fed a 7-course meal.
Oof. And you said the portions were gonna be tiny.
Yes.
As you guys come down, you sit. Un momento, getting brain rewired.
Is it assigned seating?
Yes.
Okay.
No, do not. Just wait, start. Come here.
No.
No. First plate comes down, and these table settings are just like it's a round circular table, and you guys are all sit here, and there are different flutes of liquid that are sat in front of you, and a central plate that will hold the plate that gets served to you. Rows of forks and knives and spoons that are all displayed right in front. First course comes out is asparagus wrapped bacon with balsamic vinegar glaze.
Oh my.
You bite into it. It is the crunchiest asparagus that you've ever had, but yet it's still fully cooked through, and it has this absolute blissful bite to it where there's a bit of cayenne seasoning.
I love asparagus. I love asparagus.
Did I just break Given?
I love asparagus.
Yeah.
Given. Are you hungry now?
Is spring like asparagus?
Shut up.
I broke Given.
Told you.
The technical difficulty screen question.
Asparagus breaks Given.
Switch to the screen.
I want some asparagus.
Out of everything tonight, it's like it's not the gay stuff that gets you; it's the asparagus.
And I love balsamic.
What was? I was not expecting this. I don't know what to do. I hope you guys stick around tonight. We're going to be going a little bit later because this is the season finale. So,
Yep.
Oh, move on, please.
I would like
Oh,
I'd like for
Hydrate.
you guys to make another perception check.
All right.
oh, damn it.
Ooh, that's better.
Oh, fuck. Got a 1.
That asparagus got you.
Thinking about the asparagus.
Oh, asparagus.
Oh, no.
Okay. So,
We did get a hydrate.
Halsterian. Hi.
Yeah. 12.
Halsterian, what'd you get?
12.
A 12.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta hydrate.
Yup.
I have nothing to hydrate with.
Thanks for pointing that out there, Matt.
Okay.
Just assume I'm Violet Fury, and this is the size of my tankard.
We got to be fancy now. Everybody pinkies out.
Yeah, I'm pulling a Samuel Riegel. Beatrice.
17.
Nice. Diamondback.
23.
Nice. Howard.
13.
13. That spleen got a 1. Ymir.
25.
25. Sweet. So Diamondback and Ymir, this one Warforged comes up to the table and is serving everything. It's at this point you get a better look at this one, and it's chrome with a central like diamond shape right in the center. It almost looks like it's glowing per se, but that's about it. Second course comes by. It is sweetened potato chips with goat cheese and caviar. So the
We have part of that in the fridge. Go get some.
I love goat cheese.
Cheddar used to like lamps.
Oh.
This is wonderful.
This is amazing, yet very unexpected.
Food was
Dude, I
amazing.
was not prepared to be hungry watching this.
Yeah. Third course comes in. It is a pumpkin sage bisque.
Ooh.
Yum.
Jeez.
No.
I love pumpkin.
She does.
I do. I hate you. These sound amazing, JT, and I can't have them.
Says who?
The
boy.
universe.
Juju, be prepared to make all 7 of these meals for her.
Yeah.
You guys enjoy that. More champagne and wine comes out. Now everything that like you get different wines coming out, so you'll have like a white wine pairing with the pumpkin. The next comes out is candied carrots with honey, cumin, and paprika.
That sounds so good. My God.
Everything is plated absolutely elegantly and beautifully. And at this point, you're noticing that the crowd is getting a little bit more relaxed. It's getting more relaxed just because of how much alcohol has already been served and whatnot. Baltrus is at the head table with your mother and father there, Halsterian. Sixth course comes out, or sorry, the fifth one comes out, and it is roasted duck with orange ginger glaze. I'm waiting for the reaction. Come on.
I'm not. not.
Somebody
I'm
did give it a
not.
sandwich.
I love Doug.
There it is.
Oh.
The sixth course comes out. It is a lemon creme brulee with a dry white wine.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I was going for the clean sweep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of creme brulee that
Oh,
much.
blasphemy.
Heresy.
It's the texture.
And last but not least, the seventh course. It's a small box of chocolates.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a lightly dusted truffle. Is smooth, beautiful, and it comes with a nice little coffee on the side. When you just take a sip, and it's a nice aperitif.
Oh.
I know
Oh.
my place settings. Oh,
Yep, you do. And I started adding the
Damn.
Falskallan Military cookbook to the ad read.
I know.
Yeah. Oh.
God, I feel like I actually should. Oh, man. Home style kitchen cooking with Baltrus.
So first you take sugar, then you add as much of it as you want.
Yeah.
Old country, we did it this way. How much handful? How much is a
Ooh.
handful? Handful.
And you
Alright,
keep you
overseas
keep dumping
cooking.
until the ancestors tell you to stop.
You just at that point you just see a light tap on your shoulder. Honey, that's enough. The whole bag is gone.
I gotta say, Hal, your folks throw one hell of a dinner.
Oh my god, that was delicious.
Oh my. I wonder if they'll have leftovers.
I don't think it's that kind of place.
I'll take it out of their garbage. That was great.
Yeah.
They will do that.
The asparagus.
As the gods is my witness, I have never seen anybody eat A, that much asparagus, and B, that fast.
God, the smell of the tea.
Honestly, in real life, I fucking inhale asparagus. Whoa. Pickled asparagus? Huh. So good.
Very good to know. After this meal is done, you hear the herald. Now that dinner is now complete, giving you guys 15 minutes to come and dance before the dancing starts. Please use the restrooms as needed. Feel free to roam the premises as you desire. And we hope you all have yourselves a good night.
Should we tell them about the weird ones?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have noticed. When we walked in, we could see everyone, right? And all of the servants, some of them, only some of them, were walking a little funny.
I saw
They're
that
like-
too.
You did? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
not crazy.
No, I thought
Oh,
I
I
was
thought
crazy.
I was going crazy.
Oh,
I
that's
think
great.
you're both crazy.
What was that?
I'm with Hal.
What?
You both have lost your mind. Right? What does that even say? That they were tired recently?
Well,
Is that what that means? I thought I wasn't gonna say anything because I was like, I don't know if I should say something because they're walking funny, but like,
Funny
I just
how.
thought it was weird, like everyone's like they're all in sync, like they're all stepping together, except a few of them like step and then like pick up. Like it's almost like they followed a rhythm for like a half second and then right, Yimmer?
Yeah, like I've been to like not this kind of party, but like nice parties, and like everything is like bang, 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 like a clock, and like
These guys are hitting their marks. It's more or less like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But these guys are just moving just maybe 2 decibel beats or 2 decibel to BPM, like
Yeah.
slower. So it's just like 1, 2, 3. It's just
Slightly slower.
Not as well
there's
practiced.
just something a little off, and like I I
And
kind of
they're
get the sense that your family would be like, this has to be perfect every time, and it's
yeah,
just,
and they're a
think
little
so,
extra
too.
shiny in some spots too. Like it looks like they've had like damage, like really buffed out.
Did
Like
notice
it,
one with a diamond on their head.
I
like I don't know.
mean,
We should keep our eye open.
my father has countless friends who have been made warforged. It's various people. It. They can be adorned however they like.
Yeah.
it just seemed a little out of place in like a place that's trying pretty hard to be perfect.
Well,
Like I know it's a little thing, but like my experience with these type of people is like it's the little things that they really care about. So it just a little odd. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. Like it's all good. It's just kind of as B was saying, it's a bit.
Yeah.
Little off.
Wait, now, I'm sorry, there is something that seems off there. You said there was one with a diamond?
yeah,
Yeah,
just came by and served. I figured it was just an affectation, but
yeah. That was one of the weird ones.
Uh,
I was too busy
wait,
staring at Spleen's tits.
Howard, Spleen, I,
What?
I only, I've only met them uh, only briefly, but wasn't your previous companion, Kat? Eckhart, yeah. Didn't, didn't they have a similar, uh, wasn't there something similar about their uh, decorum?
Did they?
I remember the last time we saw them, it was. I'm fairly certain.
is that healer that ran with us for a bit or somebody else?
They were
Different.
with us before you. For a bit.
For me, really.
Yeah. Uh, I don't remember.
during this time, you hear the music starting to pick up, and you see everybody, a part of the crowd, these hundreds of people, stand up and start congregating onto the dance floor. The music starts turning in from like this nice melody to an actual full-on waltz. You see couples start pairing up, and it seems like everybody is following along the same line. Do you guys follow suit, or
Where's Lady Silverfin?
Lady Silverfin is on the dance floor?
She dance is
I
Yimmer's
was
making a beeline over there.
Okay.
Guys, this is really cool. I have a lady. Bye.
I have a lady too. She takes Spleen's hand again.
No, I just look at Howard and Hal. Welcome to my 3 months in autumn.
I gotta see about a girl.
keep an eye on him. Uh, I'm gonna see if I can find that servant. I'll be back.
Right.
And Howard's gonna wander around in the crowd and see if he can make eyes on the specific warforged that they mentioned.
Okay, so we'll get to that. Onto the dance floor itself. You see everybody's pairing up, and you guys pair up soon. Yimmer, you're on. You're at with Calliope. She takes your hand. Oh, no, have you? You know how to dance too?
Oh, but of course, it's all in the motion, don't you think?
And at this point, she's way more sloshed now. Just whisk me away, you prince. Let's dance. And everybody starts dancing in time. I would like for all of you to make performance checks, or for everybody on the dance floor to make performance checks.
Oh dear.
Any chance
don't like
Crimson
being
Pride
paranoid.
has a partner already?
Pride is up, and no, she actually isn't with a partner. You see Bodrick, Bodrick grabbing Amber, and it's like, this is how you lead. And he starts leading him.
And I kind of like saunter over.
Yeah.
Mind if I ask for a dance?
Make a persuasion check.
All right. Well, that one there is a 31.
Jesus fuck.
Careful, that's a married
Woo!
woman.
Well, I wouldn't mind whatsoever. I'm worried about Bryony being at home, but she didn't want to come out. But I will always enjoy a good, nice dance on the ball on the ballroom floor. She
Oh, yeah.
takes her hand. She stands up, and she's how tall are you?
Dimeback's about 6 foot. Yeah,
6
6
foot.
feet.
Yeah, she's standing about 6'4", especially with the heels on.
Nice. Yeah. And I kind of go, oh, don't worry. I got a partner of my own out there somewhere. But nothing wrong in a little dance.
Exactly, and she takes you and she leads you around. You
And as you, yeah. Actually, as you watch them dance, you kind of notice Diamondback seems to be very used to being led in a dance like this.
Yeah, and so B Yimmer spleen.
Oh, 14.
14. Beatrice.
Natural 20 for a
Oh
21.
my
Ooh.
God, girl!
I love natural 20s. What'd you get, spleen?
19.
Wow.
Mhm.
So at this point, you're all, although you may not know the dance in particular, it seems very like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're getting the rhythm at this point. Yimmer, you're having a little bit of a harder time. You're definitely having a harder time because Calliope Silverfin is just, oh man. Uh, if a train wreck was a person,
Sounds like Yimmer's type.
exactly.
More freeform dancing.
It's more freeform dancing, but everybody seems to be like within their own little square, and they're dancing and twirling around, and the dresses are flowing, the men are standing and leading with a grace and a poise. It's very much like a trained synchronized dance. While you guys are semi following suit, you're doing your own thing. You're doing it in such a way that it doesn't bother anybody else. As at that point, yeah, everybody's doing that. Howard, you go to look for that specific. Warforged. Like for you to make a one more perception check.
12.
12. Okay. You wait a little bit and you feel a bump come in. Deca, come on in.
This little shit.
What?
How dare?
Hi.
Oh my god!
You!
Oh my god! You bitch!
Huh. Been holding that one for a while. Hi. You
Huh?
hear a whisper in your ear, Howard, that said that you hear, Stern, you shouldn't be following me.
I'm gonna discreetly just kind of like arms crossed and point my finger at Eckert and cast message. And keep casting it for the conversation so that only the two of us can hear each other.
I get it.
He's just gonna
Why?
stand there holding a tray of something.
Why are you here?
Cast SMS.
And now that you see Eckert up close, you see that there's a little bit of like the buffing, I would say, that that Beatrice was talking about earlier. There's like some damage on one half of their face that looks like it's been very rushly buffed out. But now that you see it up close, you see that there's like a line where it was like very quickly refurbished. I could ask you the same thing.
I mean, we were invited. Who else is here?
I don't know off the top of my head. Wow. Talking through this is weird. Is this what you do all the time? Is this your thing now, Howard?
Actually, yeah, we've kind of picked up doing this a lot.
I see. I
Spleen
am
hasn't.
I'm here on orders from people, I would assume, like you are too.
Guards.
Guards.
Boy, that makes me feel a hell of a lot better. Anything crazy stand out to you yet?
Your companions are giving me the eye.
Yeah. You're doing good, but apparently you're just a little bit off. Enough that they noticed. Not just you, a few people.
Is now the time for criticism of my form?
Well, I not criticism. It was just that's how they noticed. They noticed you. Yeah.
How have you been, Howard?
Tired, busy, worried. Doing okay overall.
Oh, I just recently returned from Titan's Grip.
Oh, you helped them out.
Guilty as
Good.
charged.
Good. Glad they had someone reliable.
I don't recommend going that way. The frost salamanders are nasty.
Noted.
So, you said you were invited. To what purpose? You just here are the heroes of Falskallan. Is that kind of what's going on?
Not really sure yet. I assume because we're associated with Hal and the colors. But the colors were invited by Baltrus himself. And I mean, Hal's
Interesting.
family, so.
Have you seen anyone here Did you all just get here, or is it just?
Oh, we showed up a bit ago with the colors.
I think at this point Eckhart is just asking questions to like make sure it's really them,
Mm-hmm.
because he very much knows that he was here. But he'll say, "Have you seen any?" He instinctually like lowers his head like he's gonna like whisper, even though it's through the message spell.
Yeah, I totally get it. It's as soon as you were going to start asking this question, you feel a slight bump on the shoulder, and you see Eckhart. You feel Tobias of Kaith just kind of like bump into you, and his big, large form kind of like gives off like this rather uncomfortable aura. But it's just more or less because like you kind of get the sense that he doesn't really understand personal space.
Sure.
Ugh.
And so it's like,
Yes.
oh, sorry about that, bud. I was wondering if I could get a drink from you.
Oh, absolutely. And you see the immediate code switch from Eckhart where he's like, "Joyful, of course," and he holds up his tray.
Yeah, and perfect. Thank you. He grabs two, and then he sticks two in between the ring and the pinky finger. Just boom. Perfect. He goes right back onto the dance floor, and you see like at this point, you're looking at like everybody doing this nice twirly thing, and there's just Tobias out in one of the corners, just like doing a semi-line dance by himself.
Amazing.
How
Um,
how sloshed does he look?
Make a perception check.
ooh, I went just for funsies. I'm getting
Yeah,
in on that.
you make it as well. You make one as well.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 20.
I forgot you were rogue.
Reliable talent.
21.
Reliable talent, baby.
A 2, so that's a 20. Oh my god.
Oh my lions!
Woo! I miss you.
The fact that you were talking about him last week, I was like, "Oh, you have no idea what I have in store."
We've been talking about this for weeks.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all.
As I'm looking at him and on that 20, do I see anybody relating to what I'm searching for?
Is natural 20 or no, sorry.
It was just 20
no,
total.
it was a 2. It turned into a 20.
Yes.
It was a dirty 20 by associate of everything else.
It was a 30-20 by association.
You see that looks like he's had a couple of drinks, but he doesn't look sloshed. He looks as if he's actually controlling himself. And more or less the idea of him having a bunch of drinks in hand might be just for show. Because the way he's kind of moving back and forth.
Faking it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing that. And Howard, what'd you get?
21.
21. He splashes a little bit more because you see it better.
Interesting. I will kind of I'll also offer one to you, Howard, just to keep up appearances. And then he'll nod his head and kind of like point as if to say, "Cast the damn spell again."
Yeah, he's gonna wander around a bit away from him, but keep casting.
Okay. And Eckert will go about running around. He's also going to be looking for people who are playing into it a little too much, playing a little too much into their hand into being like a drunken socialite.
You look around and there are a few that are may not be drunk, but maybe on a substance that gets them a little bit more hyped up.
Sure. And then
God, I love the 80s.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I think.
So
Sorry. Go ahead.
So yeah, you're looking around and you're looking pertaining to what you're looking for.
Mhm.
You don't see anything pertaining to what you're doing. So at this point, you're just kind of keeping in time.
Mhm.
And so the music stops. Everybody does their bow. Uh, and everybody splits off. And then at this point, everybody starts mingling and kind of going their own different directions, kind of leaving the ballroom. At this point, Calliope, it's just all over you, Yemmer. It's just like, darling, come with me, please. I need to show you something. And he just takes your hand and drags you off. you go, you head out of the ballroom back out into the main vestibule, and you see like a set of spiral stairs, and she's just dragging you up. It goes up into a second floor where like the spiral stairs seem to go forever. And then you finally get up into a second floor, back into another vestibule. It's all very much in the same style. She's like, I don't know where. She's just like, boom, kick open the door, and it looks like a closet for like linens, and it's like it is fairly like it is just a super deep room. It's basically like a full on bedroom that is meant for linens. He's like, just come in here, takes you, shuts the door, and we're going to the fireplace for that one.
You're muted.
You're
Did I
muted.
made that gentleman's aid?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Why do I feel the floor shaking? Trust me, don't ask.
If this closet's not a rocking, don't come a knocking.
You just see mycelium roots come through the ceiling. Just he went full s'more.
Oh no.
Takes the wrong mushroom. Kills everybody.
Oh,
One makes you feel big, and the other one makes you monster. um, yeah. So everybody starts dissipating and dispersing, and so at this point, you guys are kind of free to explore. But at this point, you see Violet Fury. I think we need to have a conversation.
All right. First things first, have you smiled yet?
No.
Yes.
Why would I smile?
Irrelevant. Just it's a good part of the night to know that. Thank you.
And like you see the rest of the colors kind of congregate to themselves, and they split off and start talking to other members of the society. Golden Cavalier is just as fucking wrecked. Attenuate Kobold's kind of being reserved out in the corner. Emerald Envy is still not playing ball with anybody. It's not playing ball with anybody. It's shifting. Amber is just kind of like sitting beside Envy, trying to make a conversation, but Envy is not having any of it either. He's just kind of getting shot down, so he gets up and kind of walks around, and he's talking to Fenrir Ambershard. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to saunter over toward Envy. No talk, just cheese.
I want
Jeez.
cheese.
Hand me some cheese.
I hate these fucking functions. What do you want?
Cheese. You'll feel better, trust me.
Cheese. I like cheese.
Me too.
Would you say you love it?
Don't push yourself, buddy. She takes a bit of cheese, starts eating it. That's good. That's good. Nice man. This one. This starts pairing it off with the wine. A little bit more of the wine. More of the wine.
Suppose I'll leave you to it.
Yeah. So at this point, you guys head up follow. So, are you guys following? I was going to say Crimson Pride, Violet Fury.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of you are following Violet Fury, and so you head out, and right by the front foyer area, there was the set of doors that were shut. You, wow. Why does my brain start shutting off tonight? Right now, it's past my bedtime. That's why.
Get some pickle juice.
It's a eepy boy.
EP.
No,
This is the DM. The DM is EP.
Eepy.
you getting him to drink it while I'm here? Come on.
I've been drinking it all night, Deca.
You're part of this now.
Walk through the double doors, and it looks to be like a giant study and library that a giant study and library that come in. And while you're walking in the hallway, all you hear is Halsterian. You look over and you see Baltrus sitting in the parlor, just kind of looking out and enjoying the view. I assume you're having a good night.
It's been thoroughly pleasant, Lord Baltrus. Thank you.
Oh, come. Please, sit. You guys can continue on. Halstern will follow suit.
He nods you on.
All right.
Yep. So you all follow suit into the study. Baltrus, I haven't talked to you in a long time. I wanted to give you some space. It seems like you needed it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of confusing things all at once. Are you well? Are you otherwise all right?
It's at this point you look at Baltrus and he looks visibly older. Like, for a man who's always seemingly kept his youth and looking always in like his mid 40s, you see deeper crevices. More wrinkles on his face. I've been well. Trouble sleeping. Just trouble sleeping.
Goodness, that's irksome at best.
I know. But don't try and feign interest into it. Please. Have I ever told you about the hells?
No, I suppose not.
Mm-hmm. I was one of the very select few. And by few, there were, I believe, thousands of us. To be thrown out into the world. Well, the angels and demons were fighting each other. Cracked the world open, and we were all thrown into it. Every single one of us. Scared, alone. Tried to make a name for myself, but honestly, I just couldn't. And yet, I still was able to circumvent life itself, see my friends die around me. Because I made a deal with power that was higher than me. Good, though. It's allowed me to create the wealth that has sustained my family generation. My line.
Certainly, that is. I know there are many facets of basically the agreements of a warlock.
Mm-hmm.
This is... I suppose it has it been... Has it caused you any grief?
It hasn't until recently. It seems like my higher power has been starting to be untrusting of me. I'm starting to feel my age now.
Mm. Is there anything I can do to help? Any... Suppose through all my studies, I haven't really looked into when the greater power, I suppose, for lack of a better term, wanes. It's usually just been that either the agreement is severed or it's not.
Sometimes it could be reduced to show as a punishment.
Punishment.
Mm-hmm. You don't outright take away something, you just restrict it. Show that you have the power. I do it all the time in my businesses.
And when I was growing up, when I had access to the grapes for a while,
Mm-hmm. I swear to God, that year was not good for its grapes.
they were tasty though.
You're right, they were. uh, my lad, I love you. He claps you. He kind of stands up and claps you on the shoulder just a bit. And I think that's the first time you've ever actually heard that from him himself.
Just gonna sort of tear up and puddle there for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Lean in.
Oh God, this getting old thing sucks.
I hear it's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, well, I mean, I am a man over 300 years old, so what do you expect?
Honestly, I'm not sure what. You?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
You said that this can be done as a form of punishment. Are you in danger? Has something...
You realize I've given you my power. I've shared the power that I've had with me. For all I know. Unless you've made contact with mine, with my power.
Not that I remember. I was in a haze. There was a portal that I went through, and it was several months ago. I remember there was some sort of dream I had. Benevolent hand. You were there, of course. Yeah.
Hey.
Well, it was a dream, you know.
Make a history check.
Oh, well, okay. 9?
9. You're having a hard time remembering, but the shape that you were facing did not resemble Baltrus.
Because thought it was you, but it wasn't you. I don't know. I and start of a out of character thing real quick. He would still remember the second contact that he made with the Fate Weaver. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
remember both of these.
Oh, I remember them both.
You do remember them both.
Okay.
I was just trying to see if we can roll a decent enough history so I could just kind of like trickle the information into you.
Gotcha. It the the Fate Weaver spoke to me.
He cocks a head and raises an eye. Oh,
She read my fortune and more or less told me to stay away from anger, from hatred. I've been getting more physical abilities, and it's been very confusing considering how much studying I've been doing, but I've been focusing on that specifically, trying to focus all of my energy into not feeling angry at any who I have to face in combat. It has been quite a challenge, and with what I saw in this vision of a you that maybe wasn't you, or there was something else, something was wrong. That's why I asked if you were well, and sounds like there is something wrong, so if there's anything I can do to help.
met the Fate Weaver.
Yes.
You met a man like me, but it wasn't me.
Yes.
So he's contacted you.
Oh. You mean your patron?
So he's contacted you. Oh, my dear Hasterian. I shouldn't have brought you into this.
Oh.
It seems like my burden is now being shifted to you.
I see. Fate Weaver.
Fate Weaver is interrupting this. That
Yes.
means he's punishing me through you? Have you felt stronger in your powers lately?
My powers, my Warlock powers, it's been about the same.
About the same. Let me take a look at you. And he starts patting you down. You're gaining more muscle lately.
Yes, some physical training has been to my benefit. I've been able to focus a sort of energy into more. Looks at his own muscles. I suppose meat-based abilities. I've been able to do some damage in a hand-to-hand combat. Found myself rather proud of that.
Oh. I need to think on this. I need to think on this. He gets up and he just like puts his hands behind his back and he starts kind of walking off aimlessly.
I was going to sit there for a moment and gets a little impatient and starts falling, but not too close. Like, is he going to mumble anything that I can catch out of the in earshot?
You try and follow and you kind of see him like he kind of looks lost in his own thoughts walking about, and a couple of guests come up and start talking to him, and then he just snaps back into party host and
Mm.
off he goes.
Suppose I should leave him to it for now. I know he will attack me when he's able.
Yep. You head back and you head into the study area where the rest of the people are, you guys are, and like the royal guard, the Onverian guard, uh follow Violet Fury because I mean he's leading the whole bunch. There's like a good there's a good contingency here. And it's at this point, Heil staring, you come back in. This study is just full on shelves of library, like bookshelves of libraries loading up into the ceiling with the full on, like it's full on Beauty and the Beast is what I'm thinking right now. How you doing, Gibbon?
Good.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm listening. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just want to we're gonna be done soon. Okay.
I'm here. Don't worry. I'm resting my eyes mostly. They're burning.
I get it.
And
I
I
get
am
it.
hungry. But I'm here. I'm all ears, but no eyes at the moment.
Yeah. Violet Fury, Upton, I'm glad that you all could come. I'm glad that you all are here. It's at this point you hear the door open behind you. Halster, and you're already in, and you see what looks to be the guards of the Kodurian royal guard come through, and Tobias of Heath come in.
How do you do?
Well, no, go ahead.
Oh, I was simply saying, how do you do?
Mm.
Was there something you were you looking for us?
Oh, well, actually, the thing is, I'm looking for him. It points to Diamondback.
Even to Tobias, you're looking well.
I gotta say, you're looking well yourself.
Thank you. I clean up nice.
Yeah, you kind of do. He looks over to Violet Fury. So, ready to make a deal? Violet Fury. Unfortunately. Gods. Darren Hallandale, you are under arrest. Under the jurisdiction of Falskallan to be given over to the Gardurian magistrate.
You want to
Please
try that
bind
again?
his hands and gag his mouth. Your hands get bound. The amount of guards in this room are massive, and they are all armed. They are all armed.
All right.
Your hands are now placed behind your back. You're starting to get shackled. You're brought to your knees, where now you've got a gag put into your mouth.
Can I get a word out before the gag gets in?
Make a dexterity check.
All right. Okie dokie. That is going to be 22.
22. Okay. You get about 5 words off,
Let me say goodbye to them first.
and at that point, the gag goes on. Violent Fury comes in front of you. You were to be held in Castle Onver until Tobias of Keith leaves. You are to be held under my jurisdiction, and you will be treated as such with hospitality and humility.
Yeah, feeling real hospital right now.
The gag starts getting pulled tighter as the guard is just, please do not resist. You look in his face. I'd like for you to make an insight check.
All right. Oof. Okay, this dice is going on the best of team. That is a 24.
24. You see the look in his eye is absolute shame, and even though he's giving you this direct head on, he's still walking forward with it. It's of a, I'm sorry.
He's not getting any remorse out of me.
Are we all in here?
Well, and
Mhm.
he turns around. Is that everything you were looking for, Viceroy Keith? The Viceroy. That's everything I wanted. Now, can we get him back to the castle? Right away. And the
Before he
guards
leaves,
yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, "Hey Keith, I'm gonna get you."
I'd like to see you try, darling. And he just
We'll get you
turns around,
back.
walks out, and Diamondback gets pulled with them.
I'm gonna turn a glowing glare at Violet.
I had to do what I had to
You
do
son of a bitch!
for Falskallan. He's not even paying attention to you.
Did the other colors agree to this? Or
The
is it
other-
just you?
I don't have to explain myself to you. He starts leaving, and 9 of the 10 guards follow. One stays behind. And you see it shift, changing shape, color, into the pure white robes of Silent Ivory. Do you want him back?
No.
Yes!
Why would we want? Of fucking course we want him back. What the fuck is going on?
A deal was made so that supplies could start trickling into Falscala.
I knew it! I knew this was all some sort of fucked up setup!
Lean, hold on.
He
Don't
doesn't.
Tell me
He
to hold
doesn't-
on.
He
It's a
doesn't.
dumb.
He doesn't say Ivory's name, but he also motions for them to hold on.
It's a dumb deal because you basically just signed Tobias of Keith's murder. I hope you fucking know that.
And Howard is going to immediately cast telepathic bond on all of us.
Including Ivory?
Mm-hmm. It'll be better to talk in here where no one can hear us.
Boom. The messages through the head starts coming through. And Ivory, he speaks with a calm demeanor. We don't leave our own behind. We have a plan. And we need you. Do you want him back?
Of course. It seemed
Then you're-
strange for you to give him up after being so adamant against it.
It's because we're not going to give him up.
What do you need of us?
At this point, Decca,
Yeah.
you're out in the ballroom. You see the other person who was undercover with you taps you on the shoulder. Okay, Decca. Sorry. Okay, let's go. It is time.
Beaming. Finally.
I know.
Like puts the tray down immediately.
Yeah, trade down immediately. You both leave the ballroom. And at this point, the guests are all just kind of doing their own thing, picking at the food. Some are still dancing on the floor. The string section is stopped. You guys head up and into a secondary bedroom, and you see one of the housekeepers there.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, she turns around. Tom?
All right. Let's see here. Well, did y'all hand him over like you said you were going to?
I think Eckhart looks at his accomplice.
Mhm.
Just nods.
It has
All
been
right.
done.
Oh, good. Now tell me, where is that son of a bitch going, and how soon can I sink my blade into him and get my Jaren back?
And that's where we're going to end the season.
It's Shiren! Ah!
Shiren Falar, pleased to meet you.
With that, I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight, for sticking it out for this session. Oh man, I have been waiting to pull that off for a very long time.
Whoa!
Let's go, Tom.
Tom, you want to take us away? Let's figure out who's streaming tonight.
Do we want to do party appreciation before or after
Oh, that's right,
the
party
that's
appreciation.
Yeah.
Matt,
Oh yeah.
get in.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So I will just go around. So Halsterian, it has been absolutely wonderful seeing you take that question mark away and really just dive into the whole barbarian thing, giving a lot more muscle to your character and really just kind of explore that kind of avenue of your character. And your role playing has always been absolutely wonderful. I know others have brought it up, but just whenever you speak like Halsterian, I just see Halsterian. So it's been absolutely wonderful. Great job. Howard, very similar, except more so on the chaotic experimental side. I love the just messing around with magic and arcana and just kind of seeing what you can do, pushing until it breaks. And it's always awesome to see what you come up with, especially trying to get all of our different spells and abilities to kind of work together. So I absolutely love that every time you do that. Tom, as always, it has been wonderful being a castmate with you, particularly starting, and you've just serenaded us night after night with just impeccable ditties and songs. I guess, what's the word? I can't think of it, but parodies, that's the word. And they've always been on point and set the mood. It's been absolutely great every single time. B, it just an absolute joy to have you join the campaign a bit later than us, but you hit the ground running. You matched the chaos, and you've developed your character so much. The role playing you did when Gumpy T unfortunately left us, that was just top notch. Like that, like I felt it, and I was just like, no, I can't have Yimmer ruin any of this. I'm gonna stay quiet. Like this is just absolute gold. So absolutely well done. And Spleen has always very much like Halsterian. Every time you talk, it is Spleen to me. It just the controlled chaos is just absolutely fantastic, and your getup tonight is just the teeth that just it's really sold the whole Spleen aspect. So thank you so much for being as chaotic
Thank
and
you.
just completely off the wall
Thank
as you have been. And
She
last
loves
but
compliments.
pardon?
She
Shut
loves
up,
compliments.
JT! You shut your mouth!
There's a lot
And
going on.
last but certainly not least, JT, cousin, thank you so much for running an absolutely exceptional second campaign second season that Tom and I have joined. This winter season has been absolutely wonderful, and I appreciate your patience. So much patience for all of us. I know you wanted this to be a little more condensed, but you let us run with it. You let us develop and really just explore Falskallan
Yeah.
and just the world that you've built quite meticulously, even though we might shit on it every now and then with our shenanigans.
And by world, he
roll with
means
punches,
hospital.
and you've been, I've said it many times, you've been a most gracious and merciful God in this world. So thank you so much for and all of us. But yeah, I know particularly mine is a special brand of what the absolute fuck.
I keep saying that to myself when I'm like prepping things. I'm like, okay, gotta prep for this, prep for this. Yimmer, I don't know. I'm just gonna prep what I know.
I love how you just put me in a closet. That was
Yeah.
great.
Just go.
So thank you so much, all of you. And Wednesdays are one of my favorite nights, every single week, every
Yeah.
week of the year. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
All right, Tom, take us out. And
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much for joining us again here in Falscala for this finale of Season 3. We'll see you in the new year. Thanks again to D&D Beyond for sponsoring us. Thank you to FX May Vary for sponsoring us and for contributing to amazing artists in the Dire Bear family. And of course, huge thanks to our first adept Patreon, Mama Bear, whose praises will be sung tonight in the ineffable style of Frank Sinatra. For what is our stream? What have we got? Without your love, then we have not. Oh, Mama Bear, we must reveal how very loved you make us feel. You keep us strong with Patreon. You do it your way.
Yes.
And of course, if you'd like to have your praises awkwardly sung by me at the end of our Wednesday night streams, hop on over to patreon.com/direbearac. Check out the tiers and, see what might be interesting to you. Check out our merch, grab some sweet geek chic. And as much as a lot of us are winding down now, there are some other brilliant streams on the channel. I know the Tuesday stream just wrapped up this week. I think Melody of the Maelstrom is still running every other Monday night. I don't know when their finale is, but hey, pop on in and see what's happening. Best way to know what we have going on is to honestly hop on our Discord and put your ear to the ground. You're always going to get the announcements. JT, take us home.
I also want to say a special thanks to Decca for coming in and helping
Yeah.
plan this shit out.
Alright,
Because
yeah.
That
usually
surprised the hell out of me.
And for you guys, Eckhart was part of the first
Yes.
bit into this world.
Yeah.
He was literally part of the one shot that I had made that
Mhm.
created this world.
Mm-hmm.
I told JT that I made this character specifically for this kind of political intrigue BS, and I never got to do it, and now I got to do it.
Yes, yes.
To do that. So I hopefully into the new year, into the new spring.
I do want to announce though, that I think was it Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. What day? The 9th? No, the 10th. Precarious, who is also a great friend of this channel, is gonna have a
Saturday.
alien one shot for a charity, and it is Saturday, and it is gonna be awesome. And you should totally come check it out because it's based off Alien, and I'm gonna be in there, and I'm gonna probably die and throw myself at the alien because why
Like
not?
you killed me twice.
Yeah, twice. I killed him twice. But yeah.
So, but thank you, Breck, for coming in and sticking by. Otter, you as well. We'll see you all into the spring of Falskallan. At that point, have a happy Christmas, safe holidays, and a happy new year. I love you all. I'm excited to get this thing going again, but let's get the break. Relax,
Mhm.
rest, and enjoy the time with your family. So, have yourself a good night, and do you dare to imagine?
Bye.